Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you from the cigar cave in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast,
the cigar show for the community by the community.
A forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle.
If you're looking for ratings, negativity, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place.
Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us
at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group
or contacting us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
We got 3 musketeers today. Tree. It sounds so much better.
Do what I can.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tried to harmonize.
it's the Holy
get the whole thing
Trinity.
going.
It's beautiful.
It's holy something. It is holy something. So normally I'd tell you kids at home where we are, but I think I'm going to leave that to our special guest today, Bill Coyne. Why don't you tell the kids where we are and what we're doing?
We are at the Blind Fox in beautiful downtown Dormont, Pennsylvania, 3011 West Liberty Avenue. These fine gentlemen were nice enough to come out and do a remote show, hang out with us, see where we're at, check out what we're about. We're a cigar bar without the pretentiousness. We just want to be a place where you can hang out. If you want to drink a crappy beer, that's cool. If you want to smoke a mediocre cigar, we don't really have those, but you can bring them with you. If you want to smoke a good cigar,
There you go.
if you want to smoke a good cigar and have a crappy beer with it, though, we're all about it.
There you go. I like the recovery.
We'll do my utmost.
It was a nice job.
It wasn't even a recovery. I knew where I was going.
So clearly he doesn't watch the show because he referred to us as fine gentlemen. So that's strike number 1. I don't know how much that he's been paying attention.
So the fine gentleman is something that I like to use to ascribe to people in hopes that maybe they'll reach for more one day.
Fair enough. So it's more like it's like dressing for the job you want,
Exactly.
right? Like I'm going to salute you as the person I hope that you will become.
Yeah. Like one day maybe you guys will be like the 10th most listened to cigar podcast in Western Pennsylvania.
I like it. I think I think it makes a lot of sense, and I appreciate that good looking Bill.
Anytime, bud.
Good looking Bill.
Good looking
Jeff.
Bill.
Okay.
Oh no. That's who I hope he ascribes to be someday.
Is good looking Bill. All right. Just wanted clarity on that. I wasn't sure.
One of these days when those locks get
Once
in
I
his
go
way,
full gray, I can go like I can get the like full on Leslie Nielsen, Lieutenant Frank Drebin, like Silver Fox.
Yeah,
and then
really
I can make
rock
that work.
it out.
It'll be a Silver Fox at the Blind Fox. We can make it happen.
Dude, it's gonna happen soon. I'm gonna get you a framed picture of Garth from Wayne's World doing this.
I mean,
It needs to happen.
it should be my logo.
It really should.
Licensing costs are a little prohibitive.
It's a bit much. But
I was worried about licensing too. I almost put the "What Does the Fox Say" song on here, but I
feel like you should have done that. Who cares?
Yeah.
We just put it as soon as we go to play it.
Yelvis?
I don't know.
It was too many consonants in a row.
But it started as, I believe it started as like 2 radio DJs just playing around, trying to like make just a stupid song, and it went viral.
So you're kind of talking right now about who we hope to be someday.
You want to
No, I think they actually put effort into the song. Like they actually did some things to get.
I mean, you've clearly put effort into
I do
this.
think. Well,
Corey has. That's the problem. Both of those guys did.
You've put financial effort into this.
No, I really haven't.
You just
I
sit
pretty
here
much
and
just show up.
it's just riding your
I really
not
just
yet.
show up. Yeah.
I know that one day he will
One day.
fulfill his promise of potential to the
Yeah.
Cigar Junkies podcast.
Right
but,
now, it's just the tip of the iceberg.
for the time.
Just the tip.
For the time being, we are getting by on what I could get past my wife and the shameless begging that ensues each and every week here on the show.
Well, sorry, Dad.
No, you're good.
You were talking about like, aspire to be fine and all that.
Sure.
I mean, the whole motto of my shop is a soon to be fine establishment.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Eventually we'll get there.
You'll
It's
get
just,
there.
it's not today, but maybe.
And our name was carefully selected as Junkies so that nobody would confuse us with anybody reputable or respectable.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because I don't want the people to go like, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Well, clearly you're not paying attention to our branding, sir.
Yeah, you gentlemen
Or
are
man.
not an authority on cigars.
Yeah. Yeah, that's 2 plugs. That's enough.
Yeah.
You do a third one, we're gonna have some Beetlejuice stuff going
It's
on.
literally in the intro, though, so I don't feel bad doing it.
Wow. Like I said, you get 2.
I didn't say on all things cigars, so I guess that was wrong.
No, there you go. There you go. So, how long have you been open here, Bill?
Day one was December 23rd, which is an insane time to open anything.
Except in Dormont,
I mocked you.
because people will go to a bar any day. In
Well,
Dormont.
so there's that, and it was actually hilarious because my opening day, which wasn't like a grand opening, I didn't really advertise that I was going to be open because I wanted a couple of weeks to like get all the elves out of the system. Like I wanted to figure out how the POS system was going to work, if the Wi-Fi was going to be good enough, if all the lighting worked, if I had the kind of products that my customers were going to be asking for right off the bat. And it turns out that there's a group of people that used to come into Sam's, what this bar used to be, used to come into Sam's on December 23rd of every year and literally had no idea. So I walk in, I'm hanging out with like 2 or 3 people for most of the day, and then like, kind of getting everything figured out, trying to get organized. And then all of a sudden, like 15 people walk in at 10 o'clock, and I'm just like, okay, I guess here we go.
Nice.
It was, it was
Trial by
wild.
fire.
Yeah, and from then on, it's just been that continuing to kind of nail down what I want to be, because I said kind of when you asked me what the place, where we were at and what the place was, my balance has always been trying to strike. I want to be the best selection of spirits in Dormont. But I also don't want to get, I don't want to be snobby about it. I want to be a normal place where a normal person can come in and have a drink. I want it to be the nicest place to smoke in the area. I don't care if my
Pretty
line
soon you might be the only place, so that'll be easy.
There's that, but like when people come in, like my line to them is, they ask if they can smoke cigarettes because it's a cigar bar, and my line is always if it's legal to smoke publicly, it's legal to smoke in here, because I see places that will remain nameless that offer things to sell other than just cigars. That turn people away from smoking cigarettes, and typically it's a guy that's come with some friends or come with his girlfriend or his wife, and those friends are smoking cigarettes while he's smoking cigars, and he's stoked that he brought his friends with him.
Oh yeah,
and they're buying drinks and they're making the business money, and they turn that money away, and I probably, fortunately, over the course of the last year and all the stuff that's come along with it, of being in the first year of owning a new business, am not married, but like I know enough people that if their wife doesn't feel comfortable going there, they're less likely to go there, even if she's not with them.
Sure.
And so like I get it for
there's 2 possible reasons for that. There's one is I legitimately don't want to go there if I can't take my wife, which is me sometimes. And the other half is, because my wife's going to, resent me in some way, openly or silently, for going without her, which is also me sometimes.
But like, I always get it when like retail cigar shops that only sell cigars say no cigarette smoking, because then somebody's taking up a seat that is supposed to be part of your revenue, and it's not spending any money in your store. But like, at the end of the day, I like selling cigars. I like being a cigar bar, but I've always described myself as I'm a bar that sells cigars.
Right.
I'm not a cigar shop that sells some alcohol.
For sure.
And so I want to accommodate that as much as possible.
I had so many friends when you open up, send me pictures and be like, yo, like another one in the South Hills, good luck, da-da-da, like being smartasses. I was like, because I had talked to you by that point, and I'm like, guys, it's not
that.
We're talking apples and broccoli. Like, this is not even the same family of what we're doing at just tip.
Well, and also the wildest thing to me is like, I having worked in the cigar industry previously, both for a manufacturer and for another retailer, I expected to see a lot more people that I knew come in here.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, by and large, most of my cigars are sold to people that I've never interacted with before. And so it kind of proves what I believed all along, is that there are cigar smokers in every community, regardless of if they're being served by a cigar shop or not. And there's a degree to which it doesn't matter, you think, oh, I'm 3 miles away from this person. They're going to drive to me. Well, Dormont's a walking community.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't walk there, people don't go.
That's why I moved here. I moved here whenever I was a teenager because my driver's license got suspended.
Yeah.
And my sister lived here with her boyfriend.
Okay.
So I moved in with them because I couldn't get a job in my hometown because there was no way to get to it. So I says, I'll move out here where I could get a job I could walk to. That's how I met my wife. Is at the Kogos up here. But one of the things that I do often on this show, she was drink across the street at Albert's where her mother bartended. Sure. And then her mother moved to the VFW across the street here. But I have a tendency to try to create T-shirts on this show. It is something I do often. Yep. Oh, it's a good T-shirt. It's a good T-shirt. I got your T-shirt already.
Okay.
All right. It's because of the cigarette conversation.
Sure.
The blind fox does not discriminate. Boom. Done.
Like it.
I don't. I think it's it's usable, but like I thought more of it.
I thought you would.
When you're ready to agree with me, I'll turn your microphone back on.
Wow.
He who controls the microphone has the power.
It's like that, eh?
Hey, I as a recovering sound engineer, never mess with the sound guy. His retribution is swift.
I can't believe it took us 11 months before I figured out I could do that. I was like, if I don't like what he's saying, I'll just turn him off.
I'm surprised you didn't just hit the mute button.
Well, it's behind my phone. That was going to be a mess.
Okay.
I was going to tip over the phone. The phone was going to smack into the ashtray.
The joke was going to be a disaster.
Well, I mean, we'll get there eventually, but let it happen organically,
So you were talking about like you want this to be a place anybody can come to. Sure. So one of the things I'm doing at mine, which we talked about a little bit earlier, was like the excessive amount of airflow that I'm going to have in the shop.
Sure.
I mean, I told you my numbers. Like, it's stupid high.
Yeah.
And then every night we're going to run ozone generators and have the exhaust fans purge that. So
Right.
It should be clean every day.
Yep.
Because of exactly what you said. If your wife doesn't want to go, you're not going to go. Mm-hmm. But if I can keep the air clean enough each day, then she might want to go with you. Mm-hmm. And she may or may not try, Toscanello to start. And then, things like that. And along the same lines of what you're talking about, like everybody needs to be able to go in there.
And did he just combine Toscano and Tatiana?
No, Toscanello is like the little
cigarillos almost. Flavored
I
cigarillos.
actually sell a lot of them here
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
because that was kind of my. So I was completely wrong with how I build out my cigar selection to start out.
I remember us talking about this pretty early on for you.
Because I was anticipating that I was going to see a lot of cigar smokers looking for a neighborhood place to smoke, not necessarily looking for a neighborhood place to buy. So I really focused on boutiques. So it was partially focusing on boutiques. It was partially focusing on people that I had existing good relationships with. Like another Cigar Junkies alumni, Lee Marsh, and I had struck up a friendship from me being on the road crossing paths a bunch, him having some connections to the area. I brought in Leaning House right off the bat. I brought in another local cigar shop's cigar that shall not be named for various reasons.
I can only think of one.
Yeah, it's there's nothing wrong with the cigar. The cigar is excellent. I've just been asked for various reasons not to mention that I have the cigar publicly.
I've had a lot of girlfriends like that.
We can, yeah, right.
Like, all right, we can just don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had one girlfriend, but it was a lot
usually
of.
The other way. We can do it, but please don't tell anybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. But there were a few. Well, as the guy under the controls here, I am going to try to keep on the rails as much as possible. Let's get our first tent pole in, shall we?
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the Burgh, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
I mean, mostly right.
Mostly what?
I don't think Dave has any more of these.
This is so.
No, I bought the last of
I was
them
going to
from
say,
him.
I think they're gone at the house.
Yeah, I bought them from him.
Yeah, I don't know. We're all over. Listen, guys.
why I was like,
I'm
wait,
trying to maintain.
Like,
But I'll tell you what, me and Dave have a lot of stuff in common.
Yeah.
Because we've bounced a lot of ideas off of each other because I think we probably have the most similar, like from a cultural standpoint, customer base. Because it's just an intensely loyal group of dudes.
Yeah.
And
when
and
you guys are
women.
I'm gonna respond to some text messages, but when you guys are done, you could tell them what the cigar of the week is.
I'm not telling him. He's telling him.
I'm going to tell him.
Tell them, somebody.
Do I have to put on my announcer voice?
No, you can do that.
And it's time for Bill. Coyne to tell
Don't
us
worry. What we
we're
normally
smoking.
do is I press the button to play a commercial, and then I try to do the thing the commercial is about, and then Sam goes off topic and starts
It's
talking
like-
about
Oh, so
something else.
I ruined it this
No,
time.
but
No,
it's a
you
game
fit right
for
in.
me.
Okay,
You're okay.
okay.
Yeah, it is a game for him.
So the Blind Fox Cigar of the Week is the Quesada 75th anniversary. This is a 6 3/4 by 48-inch cigar. It is a limited edition. They made 1,200 boxes of these to celebrate Manolo Quesada's 75th birthday. Quesada has been a cigar that I've always had kind of a special attachment to, partially just because I feel like it's one of those brands that has not been given the marketed justice that it deserves. Quesada is, to me, one of the top three, 4 brands making cigars out of the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
They scored
good way of putting
they scored a #1 cigar of the year, and everybody forgets about it. Like I've got the Casa Magna Colorado. It's probably my best-selling cigar sitting on my
Okay,
shelf. It's a
two
Quesada
things.
product.
First, maybe that's an accomplishment. That's fair.
Sure.
Good cigar.
Yeah.
Good manufacturer.
Yep.
But fuck cigar of the year from Cigar Aficionado. Okay. Anybody else, you can have it.
I'm so
But
glad
fuck
you went there.
Cigar
full, like you just went
Aficionado's
all in on that.
Cigar of the Year, because 90% of the time they're fucking Cuban, and you can't get it. The other 10% of the time, it's something that isn't even come out recently. So, who gives a shit?
So I'm more inclined to agree with you now than ever. If you would have said the same thing to me if you would have said the same thing to me 4 years ago, and I was in the industry still, like as a retailer or as a rep for a company that got #1 cigar of the year, it's a big fucking deal.
Oh, sure.
And solely because of sales.
Yeah.
Because people see it's on the list.
They come in and ask for it.
But I'll tell you what, like,
No. My objection
that's fallen off
is
too.
not to
That's
the
fallen
fact
off
that
too.
it doesn't mean something
But I
to
don't-
the people that get to win
I don't know if
the
it
cigar of
does
the year.
anymore.
My objection is to their process and how the cigar is selected.
Right.
That is my objection.
Sure.
To Cigar Aficionados specifically. Does it have some cachet to it? Yes.
Yeah.
Patty cake, bakers, man. Have a seat and grab yourself a man.
or sit at the bar where there's more people.
Go get the sticky buttons now.
Casada 75th.
There you go.
Delicious.
Is it the 75th? I thought it was the
It
2022.
says 75 on it, so I was going to go
Yeah.
with 75.
Yeah. It's okay.
That's why I couldn't find the size.
Yeah.
So you really are going to do the cigar of the week because I have no information on this
Yeah.
cigar.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess
I got the Oktoberfest.
I guess I need more information on this cigar too. That would make.
Oh, no.
me-
What you're doing right now suits our podcast
yeah.
format
Oh, very much so.
well.
Yeah. The name is Junkies, not the Cigar Professionals. That's Steve Newman's group. Shout out Steve Newman.
Steve Newman.
Did you see my confusion in that group message? Apparently, I won a prize for being the best worst player.
Did you,
Heck yeah. Look at you go.
Just
Look at
comment.
you
you
go.
were essentially the smartest kid with Down syndrome in that one.
Maybe I was the smartest
Oh, that
altogether.
Poor guy, but he's the best one of those poor guys.
You know what I did though? I quit while I was ahead.
What, you're the healthiest leper? I just came up with that, and I kind of like that one.
Yeah.
I kind of like that better than the other
That's-
one because like some people get offended by the other. It's good.
Bear with me. That could be for Lee Marsh. That could be his next cigar line.
The healthiest leper.
Healthiest leper.
Jesus Christ.
Because it's a medieval. It's a medieval theme.
I know.
And it's. I feel
No,
like
people
it's in there.
still apparently
the healthiest
have
leper.
leprosy.
Yeah.
It's still here.
Armadillos?
Is it that? Yeah. There's some weird creature.
There's some
that carries-
animal that carries leprosy.
Yeah.
I think it's armadillos.
All right.
No. I don't think it's armadillos because they're similar. I don't think I think armadillos don't catch anything. Like I think they're like possums.
I guess I'm an armadillo then, because
I don't know where the train
I'm the-
is, but
whatever
it's
the-
not on the tracks.
There are various sicknesses and diseases that I've deserved to catch because of bad life decisions, but I've got none of them. So,
By that note, I'm the opposite. They call me the giver. Jesus
giver.
Christ.
You smell like gonorrhea.
I'm the. It was smell like almonds.
Bill Coin, fun to say, not to have.
Yeah, right. There it is. It melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
Put that on your Tinder profile.
That's currently a picture of me and a skeleton, but that's a separate issue.
I think we should have a
So-
sequel to Night at the Roxbury where Bill Coyne and Trey Mac Shipley go out to clubs and we just film them trying to.
I'm
shake people
for it as long as I get to see Bill Coin share hair. Like just lean in and just
I would share hair with Trey.
lay it right over Trey.
Yeah.
Actually, we actually have an opportunity to test it, right?
No, we don't. There's expensive equipment in between us.
But I'm not. We don't have to
sorry,
do it
you
on
don't
camera.
understand
It's
how
for
this-
mine.
don't understand how this
Listen,
works.
I'm always willing to share
Do it
hair
for
with
the Instagram.
anybody that's willing to share it with me. We've got Bill Coyne. I don't think this is one of our fans. I think maybe one
That's
of
your
your
bartender.
people's.
That's actually
That is my bartender.
the bartender, and she is requesting it
Bartender, I
right
really
when.
did it this
So yeah,
time.
I'll give
When you come back,
I'll hand
bud.
you my phone,
Ooh.
and you can give the
Mr.
details of the cigar of the week.
And welcome to our new segment. What's in Bill's browser history?
I like it.
Look how scared he is.
Wait, who's that guy? Why
The
does he have any pants
Manalo
on?
Quesada 75th anniversary is heading to stores. The release is offered in a single 6 3/4 by 48 Parejo Vitola that uses an Ecuadorian Corojo wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and fillers from the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. It is made at Quesada's family factory, Tabacos de Exportación factory in Licey, Dominican. Not a good name for a town. Licey.
How do
Yeah.
you spell that one?
Yeah. Licey. All I know is
Maybe Lissay. I'm trying to bring it like somewhere.
all
other
I'm
than
saying is
Licey.
I'd be okay. But if I visited that town and I had hair, I would wear this. You could buy some special shampoo, stock up. You
Yeah.
know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Get a little combs, a little powder, all that.
Trying
that
to
happy
avoid a little
stuff.
bit of
Yes.
the head crabs. Those
That paints an interesting
right?
picture.
See what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not opposed to it.
it's itchy, but I don't think antibiotics are going to help it this time.
They call that super back. It's something. It's a thing.
Where were you? No. Come back because I want to know where you were trying to go with that. I'm completely lost. I do
A
not
super
understand.
virus or something like whenever it builds up a tolerance to the antibiotics.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. That makes sense. Yeah. We wish you could have made it out too, Colby.
Colby.
And that's what she
What's
said.
up?
No, I don't know how to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I forgot that I've even had buttons.
I love
here.
that Seth Jones wrote Lisi on there, and I think that's like him trying to tell us how to pronounce it. But you did type out something, so
I don't know.
maybe
he's
maybe,
putting in the effort.
Is it Lisi? Is that correct, Sethy?
What I really am
Sethy's not
enjoying
good.
right now is the fact that we're doing a show live on location with a guest, and our guest did. I don't want to say that he gave me false information, but he gave me limited to no information, and whenever I asked him to give me said information, he just got up and walked away.
At the
It's almost
wrong
like he had a business to run or something.
I mean, it's crazy. Concept is wild.
The concept is wild. So
Yeah.
I've got an interesting idea for something that we could do to pass the time while we wait for Bill to do whatever it is that he's doing back there. Hey, Patty, what's your friend's name? Paul? Yeah, Paul. How do you feel about spicy food, Paul?
Yeah. Are you a fan?
This is a setup, just so you know.
Yeah. This is absolutely a setup, and we will
yeah.
full disclosure.
Do you like Paul, Bill? How do we feel about Paul?
Do you like spicy food? This is a setup. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Paul, are you the gentleman in that Lincoln Continental? No, that would have been so much better
That
because
is-
I've got some bones to pick with that. Yeah, there we go. No, it's good. I'll go to
So,
the Bill Coin cam in the meantime.
You asked
We
if
can
I
get a picture
asked
of
if
that
I
beautiful
liked.
hair.
I asked if I liked Paul. That was a question to
I
me.
did, yeah. Because we're gonna do something bad to Paul.
Okay.
We're gonna do something bad to Paul.
Well, so there's a combination of factors here that I'm now deeply concerned about.
Okay.
So do I like Paul? Yes. Unless I'm sharing a poker table with him, and then
Does Paul?
I don't
you're
tend
gonna enjoy this.
I don't
Paul,
tend to care for
Do you
him.
have a heart condition, sir? All right, so that's good. We're step 2. You're a cigar smoker?
Yes.
You have a cigar in your hands. What I have in my hands here is something made by a good friend of mine named Ian Mock. Ian Mock. I know him so well that I can't pronounce his name.
You're still on the Bill Coin cam, and let me hand it.
That's
over to
okay
Mr.
because I thought you were turning that camera around.
I was going to.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyhows, this is a handmade leather cigar case. It is one of a kind. There are no other ones like it. This can be yours if you are willing to accept on camera for our show
And
the
amusement,
one
mostly
chip
amusement.
challenge. This is a spicy potato chip.
How much
That-
am I gonna be?
The whole chip.
You have to eat the whole chip.
It's one potato
it's
chip.
one tortilla. One tortilla chip.
It is quite hot.
Nothing on it.
Oh no.
No, nothing's on it. Well, I mean, it's there's
I mean,
something on it. It comes
nothing's-
on it.
It's just a chip. Right?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Scoville units?
No.
Yeah, that's the measurement.
I'll do the challenge.
So
All right, there you. Yeah, don't tell him any more now. We already
no,
agreed to it.
I agreed to full disclosure because that's kind of rude.
So the downside to this for me,
Think of how much beer he's going to drink after this.
it's not so much the amount of beer he's going to drink, but what he's going to do to my men's room.
Oh, no. You've got a few hours before that
Yeah,
kicks in.
it does actually wait a little while.
Okay. Okay.
You're good.
'cause-
As long as he's
'cause-
not lactose intolerant like
Okay.
me,
Okay.
you're okay.
Yeah.
So
I will
yeah.
tell you, it took about 3 hours, two and a
Nice.
half to 3 hours for me, but I'm lactose intolerant, and I pushed a lot of lactose through my system
Yeah.
trying to put out
We
that
drank
fire.
almost a half gallon of milk, I
Yeah.
think.
It's,
It was bad.
he's screwed because I don't have milk.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you got to have something.
You got beer, though. He said the beer was better than milk.
Yeah,
I don't
beer.
remember.
So beer, or we could give him a little of the old Irish
I
cream.
don't think he's coming
There you
back.
go.
I really don't.
No,
I have
he-
my reservations about whether he's
it.
coming back
He's Paul is not one to turn down food.
or not. Okay, well, I mean,
but I don't think he realizes.
so much food as it
See,
is
look at
torture.
him. Look at him.
All right.
But
He's
I'm
smiling
gonna
like a
go
butcher's
ahead.
dog.
I got the camera on me so that you can carefully go out and introduce Paul to the one chip challenge.
His asshole's about to get destroyed. He has no idea.
Flip him, and we'll take care of that. Just you can turn the whole tripod also as an option. But adjusting is good. It's good.
That's
All right.
you. So,
All right, junkies, I'd like you to meet our new friend Paul. Although that's mostly Sam. That's Paul. He's centered up there. Is very good. That's actually some good on the spot camera work
Chico.
by Sam the Man Hoffman.
this is the Pocky One Chip Challenge.
That is the Pocky one. I'm gonna give the play-by-play here. Paul does not know what he's doing. Paul does not know what he's in for. He should get comfortable standing up because he's going to be very uncomfortable sitting down later on. Sam is going through the legal disclosures to make sure that he cannot sue the cigar junkies. Not that we have anything to give.
Once you get to
And
the 30-minute mark,
we're going to find out if Paul is as tough as he looks. My money is he does better than me and Sam.
means is you have to go that amount of time without eating.
I made it about.
I can't drink my drink. Not.
Well, no, you listen.
It depends on where you want to get to on the how long you can.
Hey, Paul.
Oh,
Paul. Once you swallow that chip, your commitment to us is done.
Yeah.
You get your prize.
Yeah.
This is to measure how tough you are afterward.
Like, I'm here. I came here to drink more than you guys.
Well,
Right.
this is going to accelerate that process. Yeah.
Wherever you want to get to on this, that's when you consume something.
Okay.
So that is
Yeah.
up to you. And then afterwards, you get to crush the one chip challenge.
I think
That's right.
he's just doing it.
I love the innocence on his face right now. Let's get to it, buddy. Pitter patter.
Let's
He
get at
doesn't
it.
get the whole day I crushed it yet. But yeah, for what it's worth, we have Seth Jones in the chat room screaming, "No, don't do it." Seth, I think the man's committed. He looks like a veteran. I think he's going to pound this.
You don't have to have any rubber gloves, do you?
No, hey, just tear the top off and dump it into your mouth.
Try not to touch.
Don't touch the chip if you can avoid it. As Sam did not listen to me whenever we did this challenge.
It's one tortilla chip.
Yeah, try not to drop any. That chip costs $8.
I'm not super worried about that part.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You're supposed to eat the chip, not the packaging.
Overrated.
Paul.
He's like, he's committed before.
Commitment is overrated. Seth Jones, I love you out there, buddy. Seth Jones, commitment is. Seth just said commitment is overrated.
Right?
Okay, so let me ask you. He's on there.
Is Seth married?
No. But let me ask you this: how many other listeners to our show have driven down to watch it from Connecticut?
Okay.
I'd call that commitment.
He is just holding this chip
He's holding it.
like a psychopath.
Put it down. Put it down, buddy.
Face.
Here we go.
All right, sir.
Put it on.
No. Yeah. Just put it in there.
He's got a steely resolve.
Oh yeah. He is his complexion is maintained
Here comes the color.
for the time being.
Consistency. Then
Oh,
There's
there's
the
cough.
first cough.
don't talk. The less you talk, the better it's going to be for you. Because once the air starts moving in and out your mouth,
I'd like to hear you sing "God Bless America" if we could. Okay.
stick your tongue out at us. 'cause
His lips are blue from here.
He did.
All right, let's get him to stay on camera for a couple of minutes, just here. Now, I'm going to give this to you, Sam, because one way or another, this gentleman. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Yeah. Don't feel bad, sir. I made it about 30 seconds before I went to the old beverage.
Here's your congratulations. Let us know towards the end here if it was worth it or
Yeah.
not. 'Cause you've only just begun.
You have only just begun. I don't know if this is riveting podcast, but it's going to be enjoyable
This
video.
yeah.
It's fun for some of us. You right there, Paul? Yeah. So you said you came here for this and a drink. Have you heard of us before today? Oh, cool.
Did you see us do this before? No, because you could watch us do this on Facebook. Paul, you are a gentleman and a scholar. We appreciate your participation.
Thanks,
And I'm going to keep
Paul.
that camera in your direction for a little while, just because I'd like to see the different colors that you might change for my personal amusement. I've been holding on to that cigar case for a long time.
I'll tell you what,
It
he's
was
hanging in though. He's a
Oh yeah.
champion.
Oh, he's doing way better than we.
He's either in shock or is a monster.
Yeah.
Is it hot? Yeah. Yes, he says.
Yep. Yeah, he's got the doe eyes right now.
Change and the color change, so at least I know he's really feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for the hat to come off. That hat's gonna get real warm in a minute.
Make sure you wash that and don't wipe your eyes with it.
Guy's gonna blow his nose later and just run it around the room.
Fucking junkies!
Yeah. So
So you beat me, but this guy just demolished.
oh yeah, for sure.
This is amazing.
He looked like a guy that could take it. I wouldn't have set him up for failure. Oh, look at that. She's Johnny on this. Oh no, that's for Patty.
That wasn't even.
That's for Patty. I thought she was on top of things. She knew what was happening and was helping you out. Hey Sam, let's get you back on the mic, huh? We'll keep our Paul cam active for a little while, just because I enjoy looking at him.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, make sure you put that drink that man is drinking on me tonight. Because,
Consider it done.
yeah, he deserves that.
He
one.
deserves a drink.
Yes.
Got a
I can
drink
tell
and a
that
cigar case.
his lips are blue from here, and that's not a
Oh.
good sign.
Yeah.
You definitely demolished us, sir. We did not do as well as you. We did not do as well as you. We were fighting over bread. We were like
Yeah.
two ducks in the park, just going.
It was like
bananas.
Lord of the Flies.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't read, but
I was picturing more of like two seagulls like fighting over a fish, like mine.
or those two of those little itty bitty birds at
those little
McDonald's
bastards.
parking lot
Yeah.
that come eat the French fries off your hood.
And then the one guy in the the one little bastard in the middle comes through and takes it off both of them. It's
Indeed.
amazing.
Absolutely.
All right.
So I appreciate that Paul's going to his cigar. You can sit, sir.
Yeah,
If you'd be more comfortable sitting, Sam will get up and rotate
Yeah.
that camera. That's fine.
I'll flip that around.
You actually need a little more flame to that cigar.
Yeah.
You're not quite lit. Sam, yeah, go ahead and I'll get the close-up cam of this beautiful bald-headed man over here in the interim, as it were.
Look at
and
him
then
go. Look at him go.
you're probably gonna have to go ahead and aim down again, right? We had that issue before. So let's go ahead. I'm going to down, 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 to down, to down, down with the sickness. Down, to down, to down, down. That's good. With the sickness. All right. So a little bit of background on Caseta Cigars. I've got actually quite a book here.
Look at you go.
I think Sam's going to find this one interesting. So, Sam, I don't know if you know this, but the Quesada family has been part of the tobacco industry for over a century. When they first arrived in Cuba from Spain, they were bakers. It was in the late 1800s that they began their tobacco business when a debt to the family was paid in tobacco. In 1929, in searching for their new and different tobaccos, the Quesada family arrived in the Dominican Republic. But the company remained based in Havana, Cuba until the 1960s, and we all know what happened then. A new company was formed by Quesada family to handle the manufacturing in the Dominican Republic, and this new firm, Manufactura de Tabacos S.A., was established in a new free trade zone in Santiago in June 1974. So this may seem boring. I didn't edit out some of the
I do
bills.
want to stop you for 1 second.
Yeah, please do.
Seth sent a thing, said the feed is messed up, and then I lost my signal on mine.
I
don't
got kicked, but I get kicked quite often.
Yeah, I
so
feel like
let's
the
find
stream
out.
is down, is what it looks like.
Well, then I'm reading off the page for nothing.
That's why I was like, I gotta catch him.
Let's see here.
Yeah, because the last thing. Oh, it's moving around.
Well,
Nope, waiting on
I'm
my
discontinuing the live, and then I am going to try going back to it again because it says connect streaming software to go live. So we're going to give it a shot again. And I'd say if we don't get it in the next couple of seconds, Sam, just pull up your hotspot because that maybe we've got increased amount of activity.
My hotspot's not set up on this.
Okay. Well, we're back up for now, and we are live again. I will prepare my hotspot for the possible necessity. Actually, it'll probably die after a couple of minutes, so hopefully that'll get us done.
All right.
I believe in us.
I believe in miracles.
When it came along, you sexy man.
You a sexy day. Is live.
All
now.
right. I feel like
we
we
up?
should be good to go now.
I feel like we are up.
All
yeah.
right.
All right. So, I appreciate you letting me know that. I hope we didn't lose any of Paul's glorious chip eating challenge. I think we got all that.
I think we caught that.
All right. So
The chip was so hot
this-
it knocked
this-
the Wi-Fi out for a second.
Paul is stronger than the
I
Wi-Fi
saw your
connection.
soul leave your body momentarily.
right.
Some bitch is hot.
All right, so this may seem a little bit dull, but I promise you it's going to get interesting if I remember properly. But I've been day drinking, so it's possible either not.
Two things.
The new operation employing just 3 rollers. Soon there were 35 and growing. In the early 2000s, Manolo Quesada assembled a new management team around him, in which included General Manager Julio Fajardo, Manolo's brother Alvaro Quesada, who is vice president in charge of the company's farms and fledgling cigarette operation, and his nephew Alvarito. I'm gonna go with. Nah, I think that's right.
Yeah, you got it.
Unfortunately,
you
in
got it.
April of 2002, a plane crash took the lives of all 3 of these, leaving Manolo to run the company alone.
Yeah, so there's actually and they made a cigar line because of that called the Tributo.
They are the
we
Leonard
carry.
They are the Leonard Skinner of the cigar industry.
Yeah, and so we carry the line, and all the sizes are actually the names. Like 3 of the, I think there's like 6 sizes in that line, but all 3 of those people who passed in that incident are sizes now of that line.
I wonder what I feel like I would be a short, fat cigar, like a 4.5 by 64.
I mean, I wouldn't put you into like the pig category, but you definitely wouldn't. I don't know.
I wouldn't. I'm not a Churchill.
You're a nub.
Churchill. I am
Dude,
not.
you're a nub.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm a nub.
You're a nub.
for sure.
Torpedo.
All right, little cone head action
Yeah.
going there.
He was like,
I
"Oh, you're a
can get down with that.
peckerhead."
I can get down with that. But yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
Be a shaggy foot over
you know,
here.
it's one of many, there's a lot of adversity that different cigar companies have overcome. You look at companies like Padron, which have had factories burned down, stuff like that, and it's just a
Look at
reminder
Caldwell and
I was about to say,
those guys
we'll see
right
what
now.
happens to Caldwell and Jay London and A.D. Ventura and the Bellatos, and we'll see what happens to them because it's a
shame, man.
well, so it's a shame, but it's also an opportunity,
right.
right? Because
chaos is the ladder.
Because well,
Well, Game of Thrones reference. For you.
I thought we were going to go Jacob's Ladder, and that was going to be a whole darker, more Halloween.
That's a good stick, but that is not for beginners.
If you're going to do that, I'm going to turn it to Southern Draw.
I was going the movie with Tim Robbins. But
Oh no, I went Southern Draw all the
Never
way.
saw
That's
it,
what I thought it was.
But yeah, like it's one of those things. Here's the thing: is they can effectively fully remake themselves right now if they want to.
Right. They get to do everything they want fresh.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because unfortunately, it sounds like for a few of them at least, they're going to be starting from zero.
Right.
So I was a little bit worried about Paul, but he seems to be doing very well over there. He's got Patty almost sitting in his lap. That's enough to cheer up most sailors.
There you go.
Yeah. So he seems to be doing pretty well.
I'm feeling much better now.
All right, let's see if this show can get back on the tracks, as it were.
Yeah, I want to. Sorry, you started talking about size and format and all that, and just as a guy who's about to open a shop, right? So, what sizes do you carry? What do you favor here? I know, like for me, I favored Robusto, Toro, Gordos when I
what are the customers?
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. What does he
Because-
favor? What he's reading?
So, I think some of this is a product of this shop being a bar that sells cigars, but I do better with smaller sizes. So I sell a lot of Coronas.
Okay.
I sell a lot of Robustos. And then from there, it's just like, I have a few guys that are more serious cigar smokers. And they become a driver in their own sense too. I don't sell a lot of Gordos typically. I carry a couple just because there's
them.
people that want it. But I would say, and as counter to the cigar industry as this probably is, Toro is probably my worst selling size.
Wow, that's backwards, huh? I got to cut you off again. So a couple people actually just messaged me and said they're all getting the same issue right now. Can we switch to the other Wi-Fi? Would you mind signing them in? See
Yeah,
if
we
that'll
can do
hold?
that. I think we're still okay because I've got a chat, but it might be, we might be not having the awesomeness that we want.
Yeah.
To.
Let me
So
see.
I got.
what I
Well,
can do.
I'll go to the hotspot.
Yeah,
Let's just go to the hotspot. I got good service.
yours? Okay.
We'll see how that holds up
Looking
for
for
us.
really hot.
Like Paul's mouth hole right now.
I didn't even think about the chip for a minute, and I was just thinking like, okay, to each their own, and whatever happiness you got.
Mr. Jones, if you
Interesting,
hear,
man.
we are trying to remedy the situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were not the only one who messaged me and said, this ain't great.
Who the hell is Jeff Young? I don't know.
What do you do? What do you
My phone was on a thing for some thing.
It's past its
By the way, if anybody can hear me, I get so many messages today asking from like coworker guys that work for me.
Yeah.
My craneman texted me earlier and was like, "Hey man, can you take my coffee mug from off the microwave and put it in your office? I'll get it in there too." I'm like, "Absolutely not."
I'm not there.
And that's all I said.
Yep.
And I waited for a few minutes and was like, "Yo, I'm not in." Text somebody else. Here's the other phone numbers. They get another guy asking if I could send a picture of the schedule to him. It's like,
Nope.
I can't. I really can't. I'm not there.
Did you get this transferred? Sorry, I wanted to ask.
We're on my hotspot now.
How dare
And
you take a
I
day
do
off?
the live feed is good here. I show 8 viewers, so
Down from 11 because of our technical issues.
Blame the fox.
yeah. You know what the
Fox.
worst thing is that I don't think Patty's gotten my message yet.
No.
She seems distracted. Whatever butternut squash crap they gave me before was quite
No, you
delightful.
had the.
No, that was
toasted.
a toasted lager.
Toasted lager.
A
But
Blue Point toasted lager.
Thank you, Patty Cakes. What? There's a glass. That's okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. I
Thank
wish
you.
we had one day. when the Blind Fox is doing really well. And
I feel like he's doing really well. This
No,
place is always
like
busy.
really weller, because I don't want to put him under any pressure right now. But one day he's going to be like, I like them cigar junkies, guys. Let's get them a third camera. And it's going to be the audience cam. And then we'll be able to watch Patty go off and get my beer.
Because that's
We can give Patty a snorri cam like we can like they used to have on like the Mole and all those and that Fear show on
yeah.
VH1 where it's like strapped to your head but it's pointing at your face.
right.
Okay. 4-year-old Corey, somewhere between 3 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I was able to be brought to Hulk-like rage because my sister, who's 5 years older than me, would call me Corey Snorri. And I did not care much for that nickname. So when you said that, that's where my mind went. I was
Yep.
like, how does he know these things?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, she used to sing a little song. It was like Corey Snorri. No, Corey Snorri pumpkin pie kissed a girl and made her cry. Now, when Corey Snorri goes out to play, all the girls run away. I think that's what it was.
wow.
Wow.
Relatively accurate, really,
Yeah.
like very
nailed
Nostradamus
it.
Yeah.
style
She knew
predictions.
That
Really.
when you showed up, women would leave.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Maybe that's why
At
that's
8 years
why
old.
I don't have a particular affinity for the basic girls, because when Corey Snorri had pumpkin pie, you know,
What you didn't realize is the reason you were scaring women away is because you were sending them to get you beer.
wow.
Hey, Patty.
Normally, I do. My kids aren't old enough to get in here yet, or else it'd be one of them. That is traditionally how we utilize our children. However, when I think back with the 2022 mindset, is Corey Snorri probably should have asked before he kissed that girl.
There it
you know
is.
what I mean?
That changed it.
You got to get woke.
Dougie Doug, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, Dougie Fresh is in the house, just in time for hopefully the internet connection issues to be a thing of the
this
past.
is the best it's looked so far.
He's
at
the
us go.
best around.
Nothing
best
ever
has
bring you
ever
down.
You, Dougie, you missed
Best
us
has
getting a
ever-
random bar participant here.
Paul, we
to-
appreciate you.
to take the one chip challenge and just completely emasculate Sam and I in every possible way.
Yeah.
Not that it's a difficult
He's
challenge.
still sitting there fairly calm.
Oh
just
yeah. I don't
chilling.
even think he finished the beverage that he was drinking at the time. That is look out, ladies. That is a real man over there. Paul,
Real man of hot shit.
I was
Mr. Alec Bradley shirt wearer.
there you go. I appreciate
Ladies and
that.
gentlemen,
He-
Paul,
he
the
filled
hot
in
chip challenge
because I didn't know that's where we were going. I thought it was going to be Men of Genius. So when you went hot shit, I just blanked. I had no idea.
Shit ready. Oh, wait, never mind.
I got your hot shit right here.
Oh yeah. So back to cigars for a minute.
Oh,
So
I
you
remember those.
You pulled a dry bag.
I
which
did.
ma- Which
I
made me
did.
think. So we're at the Blind Fox.
That still makes you think.
I know. We're at the Blind Fox. I'm opening just the tip. We're sponsored by Leaning House.
Right.
Jernigan's bought us stuff. Jernigan / Puffin stuff bought us stuff. How
Actually, it was
freaking-
just Kirill. But
how cool is it though that nobody cares like in our area? Like you were a rep, you saw a lot of shops and you got to see a lot of adversity between the shops. This would be the butternut thing that you mentioned.
Yeah, that's what you're drinking.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
drinking butternut beer now. This
Okay.
is actually this stuff's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
Patty, make sure Julia knows
just
those
set it
are on the house. The fluffer nut.
the fluffer nutter.
Fluffernutter.
Yeah, this is the fluffer nut. It's a imperial butternut squash ale.
You say fluffer nut one more time. You don't know Patty.
Fluffer nut.
You say you're gonna get her awfully worked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mentioned a box earlier and she got crazy. So that's
So this is a beer that's made by a brewery just up the street. They're in what used to be it was a police station, Paul, and then it was a wedding shop. Or it used to be the borough building.
hold on. I'm gonna cut it for a second. Corey went, oh, and just sat there for a minute.
It's
like in this
it's
dainty
tasty. So
yeah.
it's made with nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon,
Yes.
but it's not sweet.
On the
which I
back
hate.
end, you get a lot more of the baking spices.
Yeah.
On the front end, it's root beer all day. It is root beer all day on the front end, though. Not a sweet root beer, but it is root beer nonetheless.
Oh, it's sassafras. You're right. Like it's
sassafras.
like raw sassafras. What they use to make root beer.
Is that what they use?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm very ignorant to
pick it in the woods around here.
It's like sensational sarsaparilla.
I generally see. My problem is I'm not knowledgeable about such things because I try to only eat things that have a face.
Okay.
So when it comes to things that grow out of the ground, that's the stuff that my food usually eats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you consume
Blind spot.
you consume vegetables via cows.
That's correct.
Right.
I am a second-hand vegetarian. Is what I am. That's a T-shirt, sir. Yeah, that is a T-shirt.
That's a T-shirt.
He looks mad because he knows it is.
No, I'm mad you didn't push the gold Jerry Gold button because like it was actually appropriate for a change.
I haven't pushed a single button. All
I know,
show.
and I was so proud of you, but like I really wanted you to push it that time. Like that was like
We're gonna wait
gold
for it to
Jerry
come up.
Gold. It
We're,
is.
we're gonna wait for it to come up organically now.
Okay.
You know.
So, anyways, multiple shops in the area, getting along, playing nice.
Yeah.
Go.
It's better for the business.
Right.
Because like what
Life finds a way.
because when
Just
people
feel better now.
Oh, you asked for it.
because the cigar business finds a way because like any of the places that I went that there were combative retailers, there were typically other retailers that were friendly that surrounded them.
Yeah.
Can I just take a moment to say how strange it is to realize that I feel like Patty is not watching the show because she has her head on her phone the whole time. Oh, no, let me complete. I know. But my brain goes, oh, look, she came all the way out here just to sit there and be on her phone all the time. And then I see her comments pop up and I go, she's watching us.
she's watching us remotely from the same place we're
Yeah,
at.
it's just a weird feeling from this side of things.
So, anyways, you encompass a negative retailer.
Right. Like at the end of the day, it ends up with, regardless of where I worked, and it became more apparent to me once I started working on the manufacturing side of the industry, that nobody goes to just one shop.
Right.
And there's a handful of people that do, but the people that do are people that just are like, oh, there's a cigar shop in my neighborhood. And that's it. That's it. So those people that you'll have at your shop and that Dave has at his shop and that Kirill has at Jernigan's and insert any shop here has at their shop would never be my customer anyways. And there's people in my neighborhood that are now my customers that would never be their customers because they just didn't they were buying it online or friends were giving it to them or whatever. Or they were going to the gas station or the beer store and buying them. They weren't buying them from cigar, they weren't buying them from someplace else. They weren't a customer of insert Pittsburgh cigar shop here, and now they're my customer, and I've poached them from somebody.
Yeah,
that's not how it works.
Right.
And then everybody else travels. And so, when that cigar shop has an event, people go up there. When that cigar shop over there has an event, people go over there. And they travel around and they're plugged into the community and they're invested in it. And they have friends that they know are going to be at all these events. And so those people are going everywhere anyways. And so combative retailers, all they do is they ensure that the only customers they have are the customers that only go to their stores because they're local.
I've noticed a lot of the less active social media shops will accidentally have events on the same day, but for the most part around here, it's this Friday at this place. You can usually space it out pretty well, and you're always going to have overlap. And nobody is stepping on toes. But no, I have one place local that has requested certain people not provide to me.
Yep.
And I'm really curious to see how it is because I keep bringing them customers right now. I'm not open.
Yeah.
And I like the shop, so I'll bring them.
Sure.
You should go there. I'm curious to see how that ends up.
Right.
For that one because I'm I have no bad blood, and same thing you said. I'm not stealing anybody.
No.
Your everyday guys that are your everyday guys. They're in my neighborhood. I'm not going anywhere else. Perfect. Nope. They belong where they are.
You saw a market that you felt wasn't being served, and you're serving them.
Yeah, I literally mapped it out.
Yeah.
The only problem is me and another shop are opening at the same time, but they're a vape and
Right.
CBD.
Yeah, like
and
I've one of
hookahs.
those guys that just opened up the street in Mount Lebanon, and it's again, they're not competition either.
Yeah.
Because like I know I won't name a region, but it was an area that was within my former sales territory where there was a lot of combativeness between a multi-site cigar store and a beer store that opened a humidor.
Yeah.
And to me, it just never made sense. Now, when I say a beer store that had a humidor, don't think of it in the Pittsburgh sense.
I know what you mean.
Like they hooked it up.
You're
Like
thinking
they built their humidor was probably 400 to 500 square feet. They put in a members only cigar lounge.
Oh, wow.
They put in golf simulators. Like they were doing the real shit.
Yeah.
Can you simulate breaking a driver?
I
Because that's
as
most
far as
of
Corey's
my
golf
golf
career
experience. Yeah, yeah. I got one of them real far out there, but it might have just been the other end of the driver.
Right. But then the retailer was one of those places where their focus and no negativity intended here, but their focus was to sell people cigars and then shoo them out the door.
Right.
Because that's just what their model was.
that serves
You walked in, the whole space was humidified. There were a couple of chairs like huddled in a corner if you really wanted to smoke there. But at the end of the day, they were always going to have the superior selection.
Right.
Always. But the beer store was providing the superior amenities.
Right.
And for me, like that's always been my mindset is like, I'm close to a couple of retailers around here, but at the end of the day, my selection looks way different than theirs does. And my key element is the fact that I serve alcohol, stay open late, like really late. Like, gosh, I want to go to bed.
Well, that's
Like, but here I am, and I'll be here until 2 a.m. Like,
that's one of the things I'm doing. So I
Might have to stay late now just because of that.
I have the shop and then a beer distributor next to me and then a liquor store. And now I have those three. But after they close, I have a bar that's, I mean, honestly, from your parking lot to the back door, like that's all the farther the bar is as well. So yeah, I'm in the same boat, except I'm going to have that lounge experience, but you have those amenities. I'm just not providing them.
I think
They're so close.
the blind fox is just trying to nail your marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Build the brand. I think your Venn diagram of success here is the overlap of people who smoke cigars, who hate not being able to go to a bar and just get rejected all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I used to come to these areas and drink all the time. Like my wife and I, our roots are here as a marriage. And so like this is where we used to drink and socialize.
Yeah,
But slowly one after another stopped allowing it. Then the other half, I think, is just people that want to go to a bar in the area that come in, like where you are, like your atmosphere, and then probably look around and go, you know what, maybe I'll try a cigar too. Like, I think you probably get a pretty good number of people that are just kind of going like, I don't really smoke cigars all the time, but like, why not try one?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's the thing that has never made sense to me is the place that tells you that excludes cigar smokers specifically.
Right. You can vape, you can smoke, but you can't have a cigar.
Can't have a cigar. Like to the point of, and I mean, I don't, normally I don't see myself as a competitor. I see myself as another business that's doing something different in Dormont and trying to bring different people to Dormont to enjoy the space, because there's good nightlife up here.
Yeah,
There really is.
You didn't have to offer something different to be successful as a bar in this neighborhood.
Sure.
I've lived here. This town has an annual bar crawl.
Right.
to raise money to keep the swimming pool open, which means there were more people going to the bar than the swimming pool. And somebody went, how do we save the swimming pool that like we enjoyed as kids? And they were like, let's do a bar crawl. Because there ain't no exercise the people in this community is going to be more willing to do is, hey, let's go from bar to bar to bar. And the numbers are insane.
Absolutely. And so like
the fire marshal's got to be out
right.
here going on.
And the thing that I was driving at is like literally I had a guy walk in here the other day that had never been in here before. And he was like, hey, can I smoke a cigar in here? Like I have my own. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like, how did you end up here? And he goes, well, I lit the cigar up in another bar down the street, and they told me to get the fuck out and go up to the Blind Fox because they'll let you smoke up there.
And they're doing your marketing.
And I was like, sick. Like,
hell yeah.
Like I don't understand. I don't. But and I like. You know, as I said, I see myself as a collaborator. Like someone else's failure is not my success.
I got it.
But
I'm your marketing man, dude. This is free because I like it.
Is this a T-shirt?
It's not free. He's going to dry bag the fuck out of you either way. So.
No. This is legit free.
When you beg for something and then provide stuff, it's essentially just payment.
Sure.
Yeah, but the dry bagging's done.
Okay.
I mean, that's over.
now.
I mean, you may as well get something.
I know you better.
Hey,
Over here slamming Fluffernut.
Which, by the way, it's potent.
Yeah, I got no problem with any of those words. However,
8.7.
Seth Jones won't understand this, and nor will the other kids from out of town, but most of our community will. So these bars that are kicking you business, how about Kennywood arrows? Like orange Kennywood arrows
Smoking
that say
bar.
smoking bar. Yeah. So that when people are just wandering around,
I mean, just pay the city and paint them on the
I
sidewalk.
Get kicked out and go, where the F am I going to smoke?
Yeah,
Smoking bar this way. That's not a bad idea.
It's not bad, but
especially because drunk
but the blind fox is open does not mean somebody's flies.
Why Blind Fox?
Okay, so why blind fox? This is
I love it. By the way,
this is a good question.
Why?
So, preface to this is I hate stuff that has a stupid name for the sake of having a stupid name.
Like just
you,
the tip?
you either no.
What are you trying to say, Bill?
It's
cigar junkies?
I mean, really?
So okay.
No, you're
Okay,
good.
so
You don't have to defend.
I'm gonna
Heads up, he's a millennial. He's getting triggered.
I'm gonna tell you why I am a millennial and I hate it.
We're all millennials.
me
It's
too, bro.
okay.
Fuck my
Well,
generation.
they're not. But we're good.
But well, I'm gonna explain my name and then I'm gonna explain to you what I meant by what I said.
Here we go.
So, but because I think it's important and it's a
gonna lean
larger
back here
cigar
and
topic.
enjoy this.
So, Blind Fox. During Prohibition, one of the ways that they would hide drinking establishments were his circus sideshows. So, like the blind pig, the blind wolf were like the most common ones that you would see. My middle name and my mom's maiden name is Fox. So I just took the two and mashed them together. So why I said I didn't want to have a stupid name just for the sake of being stupid, and you brought up just the tip, which I also don't think is a stupid name just for the sake of being
the reasons
stupid.
I picked it.
Yeah. For me is the fact that, and this applies to the cigar industry and just about any other industry too. And I'll use the Leaf by Oscar as the example.
I guess that's not the one.
Is for me marketing is about getting somebody to try your product, your store, whatever it is, one time, and then
That's what she said.
whatever is whatever is in that experience has to be good, and that is what will bring you back to it and make it noticeable. So what the Leaf by Oscar has done so well is it stands out on the shelf so people buy it.
Yep.
Then they smoke it and it's a good cigar inside
That's
of
a
it.
great cigar.
And then people come back to the store and go, I don't know what the hell I smoked, but it was wrapped in a leaf.
It
And
was
everybody
ugly
knows
as shit.
exactly what the fuck cigar there. Because like the amount of times it's like, oh, you gave me a cigar. It was brown. It was like 5 inches long, and that's what she said.
Yeah.
And it had a gold band on it. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like that tells me nothing. But you tell me it's wrapped in a leaf, like this is one of my favorite moments. So I used to work for Carrillo at Puffs.
Yeah.
And,
We are
and
aware.
this like descended like a miracle. I one of my buying decisions when I was there was to bring in Southern Draw, and we were doing really well with Rose of Sharon. And Krill's like, I'm surprised that this cigar is doing well because it's got a pink band, and we live in we exist in a pretty stupidly masculine industry, and it's like dudes won't buy stuff that's pink. And then like manna from heaven, this guy walked in and goes, Bill, what was that cigar you gave me last time I was in? I it was awesome. I was like, what can you tell me about it? And he said, I don't remember a thing about it. I just remember it had a pink band. And I just turned to Grill and just like smiled like a complete jackass. And I was like, see, this is how it works. And so that's what good marketing is. People don't have to necessarily understand it, but there should be a story when you're asked it. And then it should be memorable enough that when people try to look for you again, they can identify you without much difficulty.
On an unrelated topic, I've just decided that the Cigar Junkies branded cigars are going to have banana peels. You'll have to peel the banana peel to get the cigar out.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
That's not happening. No.
I know, silly sausage.
I didn't know we were making flavored cigars.
No, not flavored.
If you put it in a banana peel, it's fucking flavored.
Well, it didn't have to be a real
When I'm a 100 Air cigar shop owner.
Air pound on that, by the way.
Yeah.
As a guy who's still spending money and not
like-
making any.
Right.
Zero.
Hey,
Sam has zero money.
I know, you know.
kind of me too. Like, I think it was, I don't know what the hell happened to them. They were good cigars. They just never seemed to find what their market was. But there was a cigar that came out probably early 2010s, somewhere in that neighborhood, that was called Dram. There were 4 different blends.
Dude,
and they
already
were-
the marketing's fantastic.
right?
Just
and,
the name
and,
is
and
good.
they were made to be paired with whiskeys and scotches.
Yep.
And it even told you on the band exactly what to pair them with. And they went defunct. And when I can scrape a couple of quarters together, like that would be something that I would want to bring back.
Yeah.
Like there's another brand. I emailed them when they kind of had a press release, and then like they were like, oh, we're getting close to launching, and then I haven't heard anything since. And I assume they're getting close to launching. They've got other shit to do that doesn't include me, which is fair. Because
To be fair.
but they're doing the same thing. Like they have one cigar that's meant to go with rum, one cigar that's meant to go with whiskey.
Oh, yeah, I
and
know
then
who
one
you're
cigar
talking
that's
about.
meant to go with, I think it's peated scotches.
Yeah.
And their packaging looks good, and like
No, there's 5 cigars on the line. I can think of who it is too.
it.
I know.
Well, he thinks about that.
because I met him at PCA.
There is a defunct cigar that we currently possess,
Which will be coming soon.
that I hope to one day smoke again, and that is the Kalanok. Have you had the Kalanok?
I have never had the Kalanok.
The Kalanok comes in a 25%, 50%. Well, it did with instead of fire curing the traditional way, Kentucky fire cured.
Sure.
They used the peat moss.
Okay.
And they came in little sleeves
Scottish condoms.
that look like kilts.
in days
Scottish
of old,
condoms.
in days of old, for men were
Well, they're not sheep.
in days
skin.
of old, for men were bold, for condoms were invented. Men wore socks upon their cocks, and babies were prevented.
So that's what's going on under the kilt?
No, that's the Kalanok cigar.
Because I've
It's
just been
literally
wearing
just-
nothing.
Yeah, they just
Yeah, no, you wear nothing, and then
Yeah.
you pass out in a field, and then a girl's impressed and ties a blue ribbon on it.
I love that song.
Oh,
Yeah, I love it.
That shares. That actually clears some things up.
First
for you.
prize.
All right. So let's get to another tent pole because I need to.
Do that
It's
and then-
time for the Cigar News, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship.
And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode. I don't know what's going on here.
On your side, you didn't get to hear the little porno Tom's Penworks
Yeah,
music,
it's true.
but we
That's
did.
true. We did. We got to hear it. And not only that, but I think this is the first time we've ever heard that music after the 1 hour mark. We are 1 hour and 10 minutes into the
man,
show. I don't think Bill
I
or
came
Sam
into this knowing that this was going to be a long show.
We're getting there, kids. Anywho, so let's get into the news, as it were. Arturo Fuente's Rare Pink brand, relevant. Yes, sir. Hold on. I got a button.
I understood that reference.
Yes, sir. A line of Figurados packed in a glossy, eye-popping pink boxes is a runaway hit and has quickly become one of the company's most sought-after brands. It was recently expanded with a pair of new sizes, the Queen of Hearts, a short, plump Perfecto, measuring 4 1/4 inches by 60 ring gauge, and the sophisticated Hooker.
Does it come with a big head? Like
A
is the head
large smoke measuring 7 1/16 by 53. I feel like we could have just stopped at 7. And what's the 16th about? That's extra math. I don't need any of that shit in my life.
Wait, hold on. What was the 9.5-inch cigar I ordered from Kiki Momo?
You sure that wasn't from Adam and Eve?
No, it was Kiki Momo. There was one I was like, it's 9 1/4 long. I'm ordering some for the show.
I made
Like
the
the
catalog.
Ron Jeremy.
Dude,
The real question I have is, are you sure it wasn't a Corey typo?
no, it's their website. Like that's the invoice they sent me.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I made the catalog, and I do not recall that size. However, good for you, because I don't know where I was. The Hooker, a large smoke measuring 7 1/16 by 53. Two really odd numbers there. Both have made their way to select retailers this month. The Rare Pinks are not only hot cigars, but are made for a good cause. $13 from every box is contributed to the charity for breast cancer research. It's nice to see the breast in the box just pairing up like that.
how many in a box?
I did.
69.
We'll find out if it says.
No, I hope so.
God, I hope so.
So I gotta actually plug this.
Let him finish his little paragraph, or he gets grumpy.
Yeah, it's okay because I think that's the thing from a different thing. Go ahead, say your stuff.
Yeah. So the Rare Pinks are my probably second favorite in the opus.
Is your first the Stink?
No, my favorite opus is without question the Angel Share, just because that risotto wrapper is so fucking good. But the Rare Pinks are muy bien. And hilariously, Sophisticated Hooker is probably not the most risque name that Fuentes used for a cigar before.
Right? That makes sense.
Do you know what has it beat?
I do.
Nah.
It came up with the circle bar.
Yeah,
I heard people talking
it's a great cigar. I've not had one, but I've heard.
Then how can you say it's a great cigar?
Because the people that I respect,
Trust me.
people that I respect, say it's really
Respect
good.
their dirty.
It's called the Pussy Juice.
Yes.
Yeah. And there goes Patty.
And she just bought a box.
Somebody help her out.
looking to
Lost
buy a
Patty.
box.
Get her back in her chair, please.
She's like,
pick her up
"Oh,
off the
what?"
ground.
We've lost
So-
Patty.
Sorry, I'm gonna interrupt for just 1 second. So
Boogity
it was
blam.
ready to go. This is the band for the Casada, and I
It's
love
pretty
that
spiffy.
1950s just chill, especially in your lounge, like
It
the
looks
way
like
that
a
your place
Penguins
is set
logo.
up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go swing dancing.
Yeah, like
Oh, upside down pineapple. Do you hear that? Yeah.
And barely swinging.
Jiggity jiggity jam.
Was swinging.
All right, we got 2 zombie brands in the news today. We got some wines coming back from the dead, as it were. Drew Estate is bringing back the Liga Privada Unico Serie UF4 and the Unico Serie Pancetta. Then we got Fratello Cigar bringing back the La Floridian. La Floridian. I don't know. La Floridian sounded more fun brand. I feel like that cigar would eat the face off another cigar if they called it the La Floridian.
Right. Just a little bit of bath salt and it's phenomenal.
It's excellent with
I'm actually more caught up on the fact that his hair got caught on the mic stand and he had to do one of these.
a problem I've never encountered.
I gotta get free. I gotta get
Go
free.
DJ style, ready?
Tatuaje has finally shipped its long-awaited Advent calendar releases. This includes the shipping of the delayed 2021 Advent calendar that didn't make it out last year, as well as 2022's release. The 2021 was first showcased at the PCA trade show, and each cigar is hidden behind a panel. At each day, a cigar enthusiast can remove and reveal the smoke of the day.
It's like a slow stripper, like bow, chicka,
baby.
wow, wow.
Yeah, I'll take a
One
little bit of
pasty.
that and a little bit of this.
Next pasty. Just keep rolling through.
Damn right. You have people
Play
asking
Thomas
like,
Penn
oh
works now.
shit.
No. Yes. Every time. It works every time.
All right. keep going.
Dang right. Yeah, I got no idea where I was. All of the cigars are in a new exclusive size for the calendar, 4.5 by 46. The 2021 Advent calendar is denoted by green-colored packaging, while the 2022 is denoted by blue-colored packaging. While some of the details of the calendars will come with a label intended to be removed after purchase by the consumer because it's blocking some cartoon images of one Pete Johnson, and they don't want to misconstrue it as being sold for the intention of attracting children's.
All right. So
The minors, as they were.
you said that, and I had a Corey moment. So
I can't wait.
It was a different kind of tangent for me.
You got a T-shirt idea?
No. Yes. Actually, I really do. I really do.
You realize what you just did?
Yes.
Every
No,
time.
Orange. Yeah. Anyways,
60% of the time,
it works
all the-
every
Hold on.
time.
I didn't bring a prop, so I'm gonna have to pull out my real silly sausage while you try to
No,
get
you
your
put that
fucking-
away. Not that they could see it on this camera, anyways.
Yeah, Patty's way too far away.
Yeah. Well, I was talking about the people watching, like right there.
Yeah, the
But anywho-
resolution isn't good enough.
Oh,
It's
perfect. Anywho, all right. Do you or do you not believe that Pete Johnson would make an excellent Simpsons character?
I believe in
Like his image, like not the person, the image that he portrays would be spot on.
So yes,
Snake's dad.
But you took me to a place that I wasn't expecting to go tonight.
Good.
And
That's
it
why
was
we're
so
here.
the real question. The real question is, what person in the cigar industry would make the best Simpsons character?
me.
No.
And no. You know what?
I have evidence, but we'll see.
I have like a real answer that I'm not going to say on the show, so remind me afterwards to tell you because it would be fantastic.
Well, literally, it's in the print here. Since you mentioned Fratello,
yeah,
Omar would be a sick Simpsons character.
But yo, dude,
he
he's
shows up-
so large.
All right.
He shows up like as a guy from NASA to tell the people of the Simpsons how to better run their nuclear plant. Like it just is.
They
like
did that with Elon Musk.
Yes. It's Elon Musk, except if Elon Musk could actually play basketball and not potentially just own a team.
all right. So, is that you?
It is me.
Of course, it's you.
It is me.
All right. So,
Give me the camera, sir.
So I'm gonna go.
Give me the
with-
camera, sir.
Well
done.
dude. That was a pretty good tap.
That was a good tap.
Yeah, that was literally just like, aha.
We do not have.
Yeah,
Just the tap.
just a second, just see how it feels.
That's when you give him just a tip, but you need need help.
Picture
you.
Picture Robert Caldwell though with like the shirt in the natural status, and he's 19 feet tall.
And then Tony Bellotto's like half Caldwell because he like Caldwell's gone to like 6 to 8 unbuttoned buttons.
Right.
Tony Bellotto is still in like he's at 3 to 4.
Hold on, we unbutton and button.
Yeah, he's not full Caldwell yet, but he's getting there.
But like, I feel like you could do any of the guys from Battleground Cigars, and they could just be in like a General Lee costume, and that would like look cool for the show.
Yeah, that could work.
Like they could pull that off.
Yeah, they could pull that off.
Like the
Now,
gray.
this show is getting so much better. You guys and your retail talk, there's like 3 people out there.
I know. That's why I did. You see how I did that? Like
This
I
is-
am
this is
aware
good.
of my
This is good.
audience. I know. You guys are not here to learn about.
No, I appreciate you guys because y'all sounded all professional and stuff. but it didn't leave a lot of room in the conversation for me when you guys were talking about retail and business plans and like sophisticated ass shit.
Because he's new to this
I'm
side
like-
of things. I'm
like-
ultra new because I'm not even there yet.
Doesn't have anybody have any thoughts on like dick or farts or anything like that?
I try and avoid the fart jokes.
I don't smoke either one.
Ooh, not on record at least.
Yeah, I've got my
I did go to
curiosity.
Central Catholic, so
I've got my doubts.
No, you didn't really?
I've got my doubts.
That was 100% in high school where we would go to get girls. Because it was
No,
just
you
like,
didn't.
yes,
Where'd you go?
we did.
Central Catholic was an all boys school.
I'm thinking of St. Louis.
And another piece in the puzzle comes together.
St. Louis. Sorry.
Oh,
That didn't work out well. My brother-in-law went to Central.
We learn more
Louis.
and more about Sam every week here.
We went
on
to
the Cigar
Central to pick up girls.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that work out for the
Covers
streets,
blown. Covers blown.
My bad. My bad.
Wonder how you knew about that rule. Don't wear a denim jacket in Finleyville, my ass.
Come
on,
still
Elton
talk about me in that area as the boogeyman. You show up in denim and you'll find some Sam.
That's right.
Taking first dates to Mineral Beach.
That ain't even there, bro.
I know it's
Gone.
not. There's like a bar or restaurant thing there now.
The Tiki Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So across the street from that, that's where I went to school. If you went up that creepy ass alleyway, that's where my school was.
Okay.
It was an old Nike site.
So really?
Yeah. Anybody who's not from Pittsburgh, a Nike site was, they would set them up around major cities as missile defense during the Cold War. And we have a ton of them around here. So like Pittsburghese, like it's part of us. But my school was an old Nike site. That was it. Like
That's amazing.
Yeah, yes and no.
I mean,
because it was a small private school. So like me and my dad would help do maintenance on weekends.
Sure.
To cut from our
Nike
tuition
site's
costs.
not conducive to Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
If you ever try and do those blocks, are not 40 pounds.
I'm still trying to figure out what tennis shoes have to do with nuclear war. Yeah, no, just me. We're missing an opportunity.
Don't know what the acronym means. Do you?
I actually don't.
I probably should.
I know. I
considering
played
my
enough.
School was one.
When I played enough Fallout.
Well, oh, there you go. 76 or
76 is still trash. It's better than it was.
That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking.
Fallout 4, baby. Fallout 4.
Yeah.
We're missing an opportunity. I got a question for Patty. Patty Cakes, Chichingo's not here. He is absent, as it were. I'm going to give you the real effect, just because. Yeah.
Dude, I'm not a cricket, bro. Just
No,
put them
I
away.
was just trying to
let
support
me
you.
do me.
Yeah, bros support bros.
It's my thing.
Chichingo's not here. You can tell us. Is he a furry?
No,
Is he actually though?
no,
I feel like
nearly as adventurous.
Paul, are you a furry?
he's
feel like
actually.
you'd be
I
a
feel like he's
fucking
the.
dragon with
I
that
feel like he's
broken-ass
the
tongue.
opposite of a furry.
No.
He's like a skinny.
More of a freak, not a fur.
No. No. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I could see like Chippendale. Not the dancers in
the
Vegas.
Rescue
Like
Rangers.
Paul,
the Rescue
not
Rangers.
to be rude,
yeah.
but he does not have the physique for a Chippendale.
Oh no,
I love you,
I
but
was
none
talking
of us do.
Chichingo.
I don't know.
Although
If Chris Farley could do it, Paul can.
Bro,
Paul,
true.
Paul has a similar physique to Chichingo. Monterey Jack.
If you're talking about a lot of cheese, I feel like
That might be the best soundbite I've ever heard on this show. If we're talking about a lot of cheese, he's got all the cheddar, baby.
we got a comment that I'm curious about. Rocco Rich. I'm supposed to ask Bill about Denise from Geneva.
Oh, this is dumb. Like,
I'm intrigued.
so
Yeah.
okay.
It came up
let's
in the
go.
comments. That's why we do
I mean,
a live.
Hold on.
Of the
Hold on.
things,
Okay, my wife's not watching. Go ahead.
okay, of the things that Rocco could have chosen, that's probably the worst. Like not as in it's the worst story to tell. There's way worse stories to tell. It's just that it's a lame. Like,
Let's get
there
it.
was this.
Pitter patter.
Wait, before you do the story,
Yeah.
lead off with who the hell's Rocco Rich?
So Rocco and I were floor mates our freshman year of college.
Floor me.
Floor mates.
They
I feel like I
They
need
did
the
it on the
harp,
floor
the
a
harp,
lot.
like the flashback
Yeah.
noise. Like Vietnam flashbacks over here. Let's find out where that streak
the
came from.
The Junkies podcast just melted away. But so the story there is there was a girl named Denise who was she was pretty clingy to the men that were on that particular floor, and wasn't the most fortunate looking person.
Wow,
ever.
I do.
Is that
As soon
the
as
night?
as soon as you said fortunate, you should have just stopped because every dude got it.
Yeah.
She was not
Yeah.
blessed.
Yeah, no, in the face. And so he one time, this is probably my favorite. He one time changed the screensaver of my computer to like 3 pictures of her that would play in loop.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Awesome uniform, terrible helmet.
The uniform was not lacking.
Let's get this
It
guy
wasn't-
fucking
it-
pupper.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a 8 out of 10 uniform. 1.5 out of 10 helmet.
Oh no!
I feel like
that's like really bad.
triggers.
Really bad.
Spoilers.
It's really bad. But yeah, like so I mean, there's so much like so the crowning achievement of the back and forth that started was probably the time that me and my roommate had our beds double bunked on top of our dressers, and behind the dressers is
There's so much more room for activities that
is
way.
where the radiator was.
Right.
And Rocco managed to get into our room and put a package of frozen fish inside the radiator.
Dude, that's phenomenal.
It was so bad. And like it devolved into me and my roommate having a full-on screaming match. Like, you smell like shit. Take a bath, man. Like, you smell terrible. And I'm like, bro, I just did. It's your football gear. Like, because, Geneva, where I went, gave us all this shit about like, oh, we try to pair, we don't like people to sign up for roommates freshman year. We want to give you an experience with somebody new, and that's going to be a good match with you. And yeah. So the match for me was a senior defensive lineman for the football team, because that's who I was going to get along with based on
Fuck that
like,
Sam guy.
yeah, worst. The worst, just the tip.
I'm just keeping up with the chat room.
Me?
Yeah. But for serious, like, what happened to the rest of it? Give me the shaft, bro.
Yeah, give me the
balls deep. That's what I say. That's what I told him his cigar wine should be called balls deep.
Deep cut, P cut.
I like it.
But yeah, like it was this guy and me had nothing in common, and it was insane, and it contributed to it. But
What's your bartender's name?
That's Julia.
Hi, Julia. You can have a seat. You can hang out. Put on a set of headphones. Tell us all the shit about Bill Coyne that the internet needs to know.
There's a lot.
Yeah. All right. So back to your perfect pairing, as it were.
Yeah, so Rocco managed to sneak into our room,
the fish,
and put the fish, and we finally found it, which
Your chili's not better, right?
which devolved into a full fight between me and Rocco and his roommate, and. It was good times. We at 1:00 in the morning we had socks filled with shaving cream and we're beating the shit out of each other.
All right,
like it's like a orange mocha frappuccino.
It feels
kind of
like the start of a porn with the sorority.
Yeah, but it
like
was
the pillow fight, except for it's the other way around.
Let me enjoy that picture before I go to that picture.
But you have
here come the socks.
You have to remember.
And you stop hitting me, Bill.
You have to remember that I went to Geneva.
I don't know what that means.
I got a couple friends that went there.
So Geneva is it's Footloose, the college. Like you literally weren't allowed to dance on campus.
Dude, that's actually a great description.
It was early 2000s when they allowed you to start playing cards, like wild shit. Yeah. But it's also where I started smoking cigars. So there was a friend of mine. I was a cigarette smoker, and I quit when I went cold turkey when on everything when I went to college.
What's everything? Hold on. What's everything?
I experimented with some other
suppositories,
psychotropic substances in my high school career.
Mushrooms in the bum. But you got the mushroom stamp. That's what I heard.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
To be fair,
did you or did you not have sexual intercourse with that ostrich?
Wait, what?
I can 100% say that didn't happen.
Okay, well, it's a Letterkenny reference. The allegedly's thing.
I don't think I'm there yet. With the ostrich, where'd that come from? I don't know.
That's the whole allegedly freaking. That's the whole bit.
Yeah.
Season? The one guy. No, it's
what season?
One.
Oh. I ain't watched that one.
But yeah, so I quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. All right. Throwback.
And
I see what you did there. Hold on, Bill. I don't want to go over you.
I understood that reference.
Eventually.
There it is.
Yeah.
You got there. But yeah, so started smoking cigars up there, and then it kind of this is always a good one. Like there's always the the cigar smoker version of age, sex, location is what's the first cigar you ever smoked?
Instant
really
messenger.
And
so happy for the ASL right now.
ASL, bro.
Yeah,
the fact that he had to talk it out.
Yeah.
Like most of our audience is probably too old to know what that is. Not even too young.
No,
that's a sad thing.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, bro. You look at the numbers on Anchor.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, well, it's possible that some of them may have been the men that put Patty on the trajectory she's on now.
So how old are you?
How old am I? I'm 34.
She laughed.
Oh shit. Okay.
He's younger than you.
I know. Yeah, but I don't think we've ever had anybody younger than us on here. Because I'm 36.
How old's Lee?
Lee's got us by a year or two, right?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't know, honestly.
I don't think so, sir.
I mean, he's not far off.
I mean, he's
of
got
us.
the beard.
It's
easy to be fooled by the beard.
I mean, he's got the baby. I don't know. He carries
his kids are like 10 years younger than mine.
He's
so are mine.
He's got the beard. He reproduced on purpose. Like like he's got the markers.
That's like the criteria of a successful human
he's
being.
He's like, oh, you're old. Yeah. How do I know? Oh, you reproduced on purpose.
He was like, oh no, that guy's a role model.
He chose to have kids.
So you and my buddy were at Geneva at the same time.
No accidents here.
Adam Roth.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Because he was there 04.
Okay.
Ask me about my
04 to
04 to 08.
I'm gonna bird walk
there.
I'm trying to remember if he was there 5 years or not.
Yeah, I was over there 06 to 2012.
So, yeah,
I did
you were
6
there at the same
years.
time. Now he was always like hunting squirrels and running around with that kind of crew and shit. Dude,
This college sucks.
You've never been to Geneva. Like that college is like
sure.
I mean, there's what
I hear it's where Davidoff's from.
Like a lot of woodlands not far from there.
He just choked on his
Good job. Good job.
That's the only reference I had.
It was one of those things that like out of adversity comes great things. So, you know, I managed to craft my college experience into a good time. The college's attempts to craft it into a good time for me were a large scale failure, but that's a separate story for another podcast.
Your attempt and your commitment to make this a respectable interview are just terrible. I don't care for it.
Well, what the fuck do you want?
To be honest with you, I had a thing.
Okay.
And I don't remember what it is because I was gonna bird walk on you.
Okay.
Oh no! They asked me about my wiener. I got it back.
Dude, I was so proud of you for getting to do that on video. By the way, I was so happy. I saw that and I just like.
I don't know if you're on the page of this one. I got Trey Mack wore a T-shirt that had a Halloween.
Ask me about my wiener.
Yes. Yeah. So he texts me after I get him to do on this Facebook Live video on our page to ask me about my wiener bit. He texts me, he's like, bro, where did you post that? He's like, I can't find it, but I know it has to be somewhere.
Just on the junkies, right?
Because I am it was just on our page. He was like, dude, I am getting hit up from everywhere about this shit. And Husto has reached out to me as well. I'm like, well, no shit, because I fucking tagged Husto in that shit.
Yeah, he knew that one happened.
He was talking about the shit that he's done, that who's got in trouble with Husto on the last show, right?
Yeah.
He was like, don't do this, don't go there, don't do that. And then he did it, and then he got busted because the shit was on the internet.
Sure.
And so I said, well, fuck it. I'm going to get him to do this stupid thing, and I'm going to tag his boss in the fucking post. And I did. And sure enough, fucking, I get this message from Trey the next day going, what the fuck, bro?
Come on, man.
It was a proud moment. It was a proud moment. I'm not going to lie to you. It was enjoyable.
That's quality work.
For sure.
I mean, but at the same time, that's like a rep's nightmare, right?
Right.
Because, you know, I worked in on the manufacturing side, and, you know, the guy that was our owner is a pretty conservative dude, and like there was some shit that I wanted to pull, and it was just like, this isn't gonna fly.
Glenn Case?
Like, yeah.
I heard he was pissed off at somebody. Was it you?
I am not going to confirm
That's
or
not
deny.
a conversation.
I shall
for
not.
today.
Yeah. That's fine.
So, I want to wrap back to, because I'm taking notes because I don't want to forget things because we're moving quick.
We're taking
So you were talking about like cool marketing things.
Yeah.
One thing that I really one of the best things I learned at PCA.
Sure.
Adventura on their band of their cigar on the cello. So when you're looking at it, which flip the camera to me real quick. I think this is the coolest thing. So they actually perforated their sticker, so when you rip it, it rips off in two pieces.
Sure.
So you don't rip it in half, because guys, as guys that have worked shops,
Because you rip the barcode,
when you rip
and
the
then you're
barcode,
screwed.
it sucks. But the half that rips off on this side is a QR code. If you scan it, it's the owner, or it's one of the owners of the company talking about the cigar. And I love it because he talks about pairings. He talks about...
So I can think of maybe 3 companies that are doing that right now. I think Warped is doing it.
I haven't gotten into Warped yet. They are one company that I'm very intrigued by, though.
I think...
Unless you're talking browser history.
I think Perdomo is doing it now.
Okay.
Here's the only concern that I have about that is that to do something so this was an idea that I actually had while I was working for Christoph. Is we had box talkers on all of our boxes, and Perdomo started doing something where it was a sticker for retailers, where that it was a price sticker, but it actually was formatted to fit onto the box talker.
Okay.
And I was saying,
The fuck is a box talker?
so
It sounds like a promotion
I was waiting for him to be like-
Taco Bell would run in the New England area.
I
Stop in for your box talkers.
I mean, my box
Fucking
is
get a
usually
box of
talking
talkers.
My box is usually talking after I eat Taco Bell.
Either way, it's blowed out.
They blowed out.
Blowed the fuck. Anyways,
There is no
so-
elasticity.
So if you have when you open a box of cigars, like Perdomo, they have that like paper thing that flops out of the front like a limp penis.
yeah.
That's a box talker.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're getting on my page, Bill
Okay.
Coin. You are.
Yeah.
You're on our level.
Yeah,
now.
the cigar box dick.
So it's like the description. Yeah.
So my idea,
Like the accolades.
because we
and
were,
shit.
right. So
Like
we were-
cigar of the year by Cigar Aficionado.
right. So like we had a lot of conversation about how to make our box talkers better, and one of my ideas was to put a QR code on it.
Yeah.
But like, and
What if you had one of those keys like the zoo, and you had to stick it in the box, and the box would actually talk?
That would be an unmitigated nightmare. Like
That's why-
that is my hellscape of a humidor. You just walk in and it's just brand owners like talking shit.
Just
about
the
their
tip.
own-
Just the tip. You only stick the tip of the key in, and you can walk up, and you can get the personal recommendation for Sam.
And the key, you know what the key looks like?
Yes.
It looks
I know what it looks like.
It looks like the
Tell us.
muscle advertisement from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, fuck you.
I don't know what that
it's
means.
the hat. It's
I do not
just the
understand that
tip. I
reference.
feel like everybody takes the just the tip thing wrong. It's just tip in my hat.
Oh, just for a second.
Well, no, before you push the button.
There comes buttons. It's not the end of the show buttons. It's the third pillar button, but go ahead.
No, one of the things I intend to do if I ever start my own, like do my own brand,
Right.
is put a QR code on it so the customer can direct order from me. Now,
so the
now with big brands, hold on. If they direct order, they're direct ordering from my shop with a extra 5% markup. So like if you buy it from my shop, it'll actually be more expensive. I don't know. It's not thought out yet, but
Yeah,
Sure sounds like it.
Like I'll be honest, like
Here we go.
I know that
you wouldn't carry them if I did that kind of thing.
no, right? Like because that's something that's always like you. If
I honestly only said this just to get you pissed off as a
right because it's gonna work.
I know.
Because if any brand owner wants to piss me off faster, it's to take like it's become a thing to almost like most cigar brands crowdsource most of their social media content, which is totally cool. It's a great way to do it because it engages with the customer, both the consumer that's buying it and the stores that are
Copy
selling
paste
it.
is my best friend.
It's great. Like I've got no problems with it. But you want to piss me off is you share a picture from my store and then add a website address to your own
We've been there, sir.
page where you sell your own shit.
We had this conversation about a
like
brand.
that is not okay because what you're doing
You ever been wrong? Happened to me.
is you're redirecting customers to your website where you get to make more money. So like I'm not going to say what brand it is, but there is a brand that I have seen do this multiple times where their best selling item will go out of stock, but then a website that they are very, very, very closely partnered with will have plenty of stock in that product.
Right.
And so, and it's one of those things that's so natural in the sense that, like, if you search for this brand, their online sales website comes up first before anything else comes up. And I just think that's shitty. Yeah. Because at the end of the day...
And it's intentional.
Absolutely.
Like,
unquestionably. Because, and I don't, in a sense that I don't blame them. Like, because at the end of the day, you know, I'm out like everybody else that goes into the retail space.
No, not crickets. I did this on purpose.
They go out to make money.
I literally did this just to piss him off.
Like, we're here to make money. Like, I'm here to make money. Sam's here to make money. Manufacturers are there to make money too. And it's fair. They're allowed to do it. But do not turn my store into advertising space for your own retail. That's bullshit.
Like, I spend money to market myself.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, dude, so I bought a bunch of like those.
He agreed to do this podcast for one reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's not being rude, but like that's why I'm here.
Cigar
right?
Junkies Origins.
You know, and but like I bought all those tabletops for a couple different restaurants and whatnot that have my banner on them and stuff like that. Like that stuff costs money, and every time somebody clicks my website, QR, there's a chance your brand is now getting promotion by me.
Boo.
And then,
well, not boo on that part. Boo if it turns it into a channel to directly sell that product.
Right. And then they like it.
Yeah.
So like I market it for a year for you.
Yeah.
I help you blow it up.
Yeah.
Like, Bill and I buy into your brand.
Yeah.
We blow your brand up in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh becomes your big market. And we did all this work.
Yep.
And then you're back ordered. You tell us you're back ordered.
Yeah. And then you snake all the sales.
And then
from
you
me.
steal all the sales, because what's the first thing I do whenever I can't find something? Like at one point I was planning on doing the who makes the Cigar Oasis? My humidor was going to be Cigar Oasis.
Yeah.
So like I looked at all the vendors for that. Nobody had it.
Right.
So what I do? I went to Cigar Oasis Direct. And I was like, hey, I'm a retailer.
Yep.
I want one of these for my shop. Are you going to provide?
Yep.
And with them, they were like, no, bro, we're back ordered too. Like nobody has
Right.
it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to the back orders for these retailers before it comes to me.
Yep.
Cool. But a lot of people will do that. And then you call them and ta-da, they sold it to this guy for 50 cents less a stick.
Sure.
And they made more money than he would have. Like that.
Absolutely.
Is,
Absolutely.
hence me just like doing this at the start of this rant.
Yeah.
It was one of the things I planned on my way here because we had this interaction.
Yeah, you just wanted to
couple
throw a
months
little
ago.
salt on the open wound. It's fine.
And it's time for our new segment, The Events, brought to you by the Blind Fox. That's right. This segment may sometime in the future have the Blind Fox cam. If you do not want to be discriminated against and kicked out for smoking in a bar, your destination is the Blind Fox in Dormont, Pennsylvania. If it's legal, you can smoke it. Yes, Pennsylvania. Damn right.
Okay.
We changed the fucking name. We can do whatever the fuck we want because we got a podcast and this is the goddamn internet.
No more beer.
That's
For
right.
this man.
Yeah, fuck you.
You done.
No, I think it's just the fact that I was waiting so long to try to get to our next tent pole.
to do the 10 pole. The reason for it is to
Do you remember the last time I had to drive to camp after we did a show?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was a Keith Moskowitz affair.
tonight?
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, so not that I'm
you were
rushing
going
things
tomorrow.
along, but I'm keeping an eye on. No, I'm hunting tomorrow morning at probably 5 a.m. So yeah, forgive me if I move things along. The events this week are actually brought to you by the Blind Fox. So make sure you stop in, have a cheap beer and an expensive cigar. Tell them Corey sent you.
I feel
Friday.
like sponsoring events for other shops is not probably the best market.
We can work out another thing
I'm
later.
just saying, like you threw it out, Jerry.
Jesus.
Hey.
All right. Friday, October 28th, the Catalina Wine Mixer at the Blind Fox. Tell us about it,
It's
baby.
the #1 helicopter rental event of the year.
Dude.
So
I thought of a whole different
Mark,
helicopter, but I was in the oil field. You ever see the helicopter in the oil field?
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw it a lot in the military.
So Mark Weisenberger from Box Press Marketing and Coleman Fine of Sinistro Cigars will both be here. Specials on Rojas and Sinistro cigars. I am unveiling my wine list tomorrow night, so it'll be 2 reds, 2 whites, and a port.
Why not a blue?
Free food.
You unpatriotic fucker.
We do not need. Nobody wants blue wine.
He tries.
No,
I'd drink my ass a blue. He ate a blue potato chip.
Yeah, blue wine is wine
still
that
hasn't flinched yet.
has been waiting to become real wine its whole life, and it just can't get quite there.
Sounds like me. I can relate to that.
Yeah, well,
I've been waiting.
Sorry about your luck.
boy.
Hey, now.
He wants an Audi instead of an innie.
All right.
Yeah, so cigar specials on Rojas and Sinistro, free wine tasting, free food.
Where's it at?
The Blind Fox, 3011 West Liberty Avenue, Pittsburgh / Dormont, Pennsylvania.
I just giving you another plug, buddy. That's all I was trying.
Do what I can.
I'm trying to give you a little help. Put you at the top of the list. I figured I may as well throw you out for the sponsorship. Yeah, I
Scholar
get it.
and a gentleman.
I try.
Dude, if I could
try.
be on bottom instead of top, that'd be fantastic. Never mind. Keep going. Never mind.
The view is much better from the bottom.
Right?
I will
That's what
give you
I'm
that.
saying.
They eclipse,
The trampoline?
double eclipse.
Oh, he went to Eclipse Shop.
Was that hyphenated?
No.
I'm a cowgirl kind
I
of.
thought it might. I figured you were.
That's what I said, the trampoline. You got to put them on the trampoline.
No, I just wanted to know if it's
Send it for a
hyphenated.
bounce.
The tramp
Yeah, but if you get a
hyphen
really
Oline.
small one, you could spin it like a top. Zzz.
Anyways, our second event is going to be Saturday, October 28th at our other proud sponsor. I don't know if maybe that's taking liberties calling him a proud sponsor. Leading House Fine Cigars has their Halloween party at the YMPAA, otherwise known as the Polish Club in Polish Hill. Appropriate, no? Again.
No, you went. It was
YMPAA.
P-A-A. I don't.
I've had some awkward peas. You ever have some random guy come up and start talking to you at the urinal?
Dude,
that is not okay.
thought someone was going to.
That is not okay.
I had somebody cross streams with me at Kennywood one time.
You never crossed it. Have you not seen fucking Ghostbusters? Don't cross the
Fucking
streams.
stay pup.
Dude, actually,
I tried not to. I tried to think of the least
this needs to be an aside. I'm talking about pissing now.
bird walking.
Go ahead.
I need to do
So,
that eventually.
The greatest thing that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Here we go.
Was I was at
Pornhub.com.
One of the Pittsburgh sports stadiums. I can't remember which one.
It was Heinz Field.
But instead of having the trough, so it was Heinz Field.
Yeah, it was Heinz Field.
It was a trough, and there's a dude that got at the end of it that was on crutches.
Yep.
And I'm washing my hands, and I just hear like something metal clatter.
Getting ready to kill you if I need to.
Clatter to the ground.
Oh,
The ground.
Yes,
That's impressive.
And then I hear every man in the room say "fuck" a bunch, and I turn around and there's dudes like it's like the Venetian, like they're just like pissing into the because this dude fell and took them all out like fucking dominoes, and just all these dudes are like laying on the ground pissing all over each other. Bad day. Bad day.
So the first time I was ever at Heinz Field, I watched a guy step into the trough to take his piss because he wanted to be so close to the back. Because like
you guys got this.
for any ladies out there who don't know how the trough works,
Maybe he needed to step into the trough.
that's like, but like,
Just like at home.
but like
We can't all
with
be
the
winners.
trough, like you're about yay far away.
Sure.
Like when fully, pulled out of your zipper region.
Kamina Shakti Day.
Yeah, like right. E2. But like you're about that far away from the backdrop. This guy was like, "Oh nay, I'm going in."
Oh yeah.
And he's like just setting it on stainless. Like he was feeling splashback from that one. Now look, if you are so disinclined that you cannot, get to where you need to go, no one's going to judge you if you use your balls as a rudder and just steer it. Like just pee on your balls and just carry wet wipes and no judgment, man. Like
it's the best of us.
yeah, if you're an innie instead of an Audi or almost,
Yeah.
you do you, boo.
We were in a pool. There was shrinkage.
Right. I swear to God, guys, I accidentally touched the ice in the trough and it came all the way back up.
Yeah. This is the Blind Fox segment. It's now Piston Stories.
Right. Like, look, Corey's gone. We can actually do
you
our
gotta
thing. We can have fun now.
Bringing us down, not letting us have
Our
a good
parents
time.
left.
Trying to, bye, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Podcast Dad is gone.
Podcast dad is gone. So what do you want to talk about while he's gone? That we can like make super awkward before he gets back.
Oh my gosh, that's
Right.
So
Hurry up. Like let's make it super weird. Patty, you feel free.
So here we go. So me and Corey got off to a horrendous start as a retailer customer experience.
Oh, what did you do?
So I worked at Jernigan's at the time, and I was doing all the cigar ordering, and Corey was he thought the Tabernacle was like king shit of fuck mountain when it came to cigars.
It is
at
a
that
good
point.
cigar, though.
It's a great cigar.
It's a good cigar.
It's a great cigar. But like he was on it.
He was in love with it.
Yeah, he was.
He was one of them.
And he was like, he came in one time. He was like, "Man, you should order these. I'll buy a ton from you. Like it's fine." And so at the time, they weren't taking new customers, and they were kind of being, and also they were asking for like a buy. Right,
Yeah.
like and Kirill wasn't interested in doing it, so my hands were strapped, and Corey got very, very upset with me, because he would not buy the Tabernacles. I would not buy the Tabernacles that he wanted so very much.
Well, here's the thing. Bill did not convey the reason. What he told me was that I can't order them we're not selling them. I can't order them just for you. And I'm like, motherfucker, I got a Christmas card from your boss.
Oh,
I spent a lot of money in this bitch.
Christmas
now, if
card
you'd have been like, yo, man, like there's reasons and shit, I'd have been like, sure, okay, cool.
Sure.
But you chose not to say it that way, and like for good or bad.
Because I'm a jackass.
He was being
like,
good or
honest.
bad.
He was being honest.
No, I wasn't.
He
Well,
wasn't.
no, I wasn't.
He wasn't. Like if he would have just been like, yo, man, if I could help you out, I would. But there's shit going on behind the scenes. I can't. I'd have been like, okay, cool.
Right.
But basically what he told me was, fuck you, I ain't ordering them just for you.
No.
I'm like, I get I was like, legit. You know where that shop is. And this was always the mindset I had was, you know where that shop is. It's in fucking between Mount Lebanon and Upper St.
I know
Clair.
where it is, yeah.
Right? And it's the rich people mall. Like there's a lot of money that goes through that fucking building.
Yeah.
You've seen where I fucking live. I do not have the money. for me to be in the top 25 or 20 or whatever it was that they send Christmas cards to with a gift certificate every year,
600, but yeah, you do you, Bill.
600.
I can guarantee you, we don't send Christmas cards.
What was it? Top 25, top 20?
It was 25 or 50. I can't remember.
No,
I
I was told a number. Because the first time I got it, I was like, what the fuck is this? They were like, oh, it's a Christmas card. And I'm like, really? You guys give these to everybody? And they were like, no, we give these to the people that the top 25 spenders in the store. And that was the moment that I had to step back and like examine myself in the mirror. I was like,
I wish you would have gone to the bathroom first.
Right.
Yeah.
It would have been way less
well, I
awkward.
just did. And all I could see is my forehead because that fucking thing is mounted so high.
It's exactly
now,
what
what I will see,
There's ass room in that bathroom.
It's nice and
Didn't
clean.
used to be that.
I actually have a smaller one of those, a smaller sink than that in one of my rentals.
Yeah.
So
I took a closet.
Here's my review of your bathroom.
I gotta show you.
Cleanliness, 100
Yeah,
points.
always
10 out of
spot on.
10. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Mirror height, a little high for my taste.
No, perfect.
Decor, not so much. Leaning House has you beat because you got, there's some things to look at in there. But no, they're
gun,
no
dude.
shit
She's
like
just
that. That shit he's talking about. There was some negative feelings for a while.
Yeah, and,
because all he had to, like, I'm a fucking regular dude, man. Like, all you had to be was like, yo, there's some shit going on. And I'd been like, okay, cool. But basically, the message I was delivered was like, fuck you, you ain't important enough for me to order this
that
shit.
was the
And I
biggest
like,
thing.
really?
Like that was the biggest thing for me that like I had to figure out, and like there was a couple of occurrences where I figured them out. Is like, and you'll get to learn this too, is that in retail, especially when you have, like, I'd worked in retail before, but I'd always had limited knowledge. When I was at Puffs, by that point, I basically had unlimited knowledge, and so it's a matter of what you can share and what you can't share, because there's some things that you like. You want to make sure you don't say the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
And then so
you don't want to dig. You don't want to bury yourself with shit. And I appreciate you saying that now for what it's worth. But in your defense, like
I taught him this lesson, by the way, because he's always yelling at me because I have secrets. And I'm like, dude, I'm not being a dick. Like, there's certain shit I just can't
when
tell
have I
anyone.
ever yelled at I yell at you in the air.
You literally, I bet you I can find at least 30 like times on the show.
I'm ready for
you've been
the
like
Cigar Junkies supercut of Corey yelling.
right.
Yeah, I'm good with that. But here's the thing, like,
Well, it's
okay,
not
now I gotta
a
pull back. I gotta pull back the fucking curtains now. Because do I do that off the air?
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
You'd be like, Sam's got a secret, and I'm like, yep. And it's but like
No,
sure.
I do it on the air.
Yeah, but the reason I bring it up is because you're not offended by it. I never felt like you were offended by it. Like you bring it up jokingly.
Yeah, but you also never said, fuck you, I'm not getting those cigars for you.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And like I said,
that's the thing. Like,
what I was trying to get to was you had some people that came to your defense and was like, fucking, no, like, you don't get it. Bill's a good dude and shit. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm really glad that I fucking let that shit go.
Sure.
But there was a time when I fucking held a grudge. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, I was like, fuck it, I'll go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and that's always, so that's the ultimate balance of a business owner is the amount of bullshit that you're willing to put up with before you say it's bullshit.
What is the correct amount?
Right? Because everybody has bullshit, and everybody has days where their bullshit is more than other days. And then every operator, bartender, whatever, has days where they come in with their special brand of bullshit and it's just the wrong day. And so it's always a matter of like one of the things that I always tell to the people that work for me is that there is no amount of money that justifies somebody being a jackass.
Right.
Like there's no amount of money. So I don't care if they spend $100 every time they walk in there.
Are you doubling down right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the
I feel like you just apologize and we're like, fuck you.
In the one group that we're in common.
Yeah.
I posted a bunch of my floor plans and stuff like that, and you guys commented. You were one of my best contributors.
Sure.
But one of the things that I got from that group one of the biggest things I got from that group was, look, your customers are the most important thing.
Yep.
Because you guys are. Like, the whole point of doing a shop is
Doesn't
my
exist
plan is to create a solution to a need.
Yep.
That's why I'm here.
Yep.
But everybody said there's going to be a point where he doesn't spend enough to be worth what he's complaining about, or she isn't, like,
Sure.
that it just is a thing.
Sure.
And it becomes part of the problem and the solution, because, like, how much do you spend? Like, are you a $1 a week person,
Right.
or are you a
Right.
$10,000? Like, I'm being
Well,
extreme.
and this is something that is
So I'm
definitely.
gonna cut you off for a second. I haven't had feed in a while, and I just want to make sure you have.
I have a feed.
Okay.
So
It started.
This is something that I think is probably a little bit of uniqueness to having the alcohol angle that I have also, is that there's a degree to which, like, you know, there are people that if you're just a cigar store, they may decide to continue supporting you because they think you're a good dude. But when they see that one person sitting in there, they may decide to take their cigars to go that day instead of sitting around and having one with
Right.
you. But with the bar business, that becomes even more of an emphasis point, because there is no, like, taking that beer home. You know, like, it's not that I don't sell beer to go, I do, but there's a degree to which most people that come out to a bar aren't
There's
looking
other
to take-
options around here.
They're not. Well, there's other options.
Not all that you could smoke a cigar
Sure.
in, which is your big plus.
But there are other options, and at the end of the day, nobody goes to a bar to get beer to go. They go to a beer store. Like, everybody sells 6-packs now.
Yeah.
You know, so
Used to be a pizza shop.
Right. So, like, you know, it's that mindset of, you know, realizing that, yeah, sure, this guy's being an ass, but he spends $100, so I'm going to put up with it. And pretty soon you'll realize that there's a lot of people that you have 10 people that were spending $25 every time they come in, and they quit coming in because the $100 ass is ruining the place.
So, are you trying to say that I was an ass?
No, I'm trying to say that,
Because I could relate to that.
They're two completely different instances.
No. I've just had fun with you for
right.
sure. Just
So,
right.
but there's a local shop that we've talked about multiple times on here, that has let their customers do exactly that. Now, these guys might spend 50 grand. I don't know their numbers, but, like, they don't gain new customers because they let them run the entire show.
Yeah.
And they're the only shop in the entire area I can think of that I wouldn't recommend to a friend. Like, if you were in town, I'm like, go here, here, but don't go here.
Yeah.
Like,
And
why? Because you're going to get yelled at by a customer when you go in, and
Yeah.
he's going to defend it.
yeah, and that's wild to me.
Right.
But also, like, you know, I'm not 100% sure who you're talking about, but there's also, like, there are people that open businesses expecting one kind of business and drive towards having that kind of business, because, like, I think a lot of people don't understand that the majority of business that most cigar lounges do are people that walk in, buy cigars, maybe smoke one and leave, and it's not the person that camps out at the store.
But see, what you just said, that's 100% what I was referring to with that group.
Sure.
So my original layout, guys, it was glorious. Like, to come hang out there was phenomenal. And I changed it.
Right.
Because everyone, I mean, I had hundreds of people comment on
Sure.
my floor plan
Yeah.
saying, like, that's great, but, like,
Was I one of
do you
them?
want to make money, or do you want to? And I'm like, well, I'm not.
Was I one of them?
Yes and no. But, like, yes, I want to make money, but, like, I'm in this for I love doing cigars.
Right. But at
I
the
want
end
to
of the
make
day,
enough money to survive, but, like, that's why I'm here.
shares don't pay the bills.
And that's what it came down to, was, like, you need to at least double your humidor size. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So my humidor was originally 16 by 16.
Okay.
And I worked it out. So, like, I have an expansion project
Yep.
in the middle of mine. So, like, I'll open with a 14 by 16.
Yep.
And then once I build enough back inventory, I'll double the size of it. And
Right.
it'll actually be 25.5 by 17.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the overall size is going to end up being fairly large. I mean, that's a big humidor.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but I wasn't. I didn't want to do that. I wanted 3 lounges within one. That was my core goal when I started, and just everybody kind of clarified to me, nah, you there's paying the bills and only paying the bills and working and making a little bit of money, at least enough to pay for my 3 triplets that I have. So like, okay, that's
You have 3 sets of triplets.
3 triplets?
Well, no,
You have 9 children.
I have 3 kids. 3 kids. I have triplets. I have 1 set of triplets. Yes, yeah. You get a smart ass face on there. He's like, wait, you have 9 kids?
You have 9 children.
Yeah. Like y'all do it by the litter.
I mean, my dad was one of 10, so Irish Catholics.
Look, my wife's an overachiever. But when you make them by the litter, you make 1 litter and you get snipped. You are done. The factory is closed.
Just the snip.
Just the snip, just second. And by the way, it hurts like hell, but it's worth it.
So one of the more unfortunate things that has now been a story told. Sorry, Dad, I'm telling a story about you.
Get them.
When my
nipples away.
When my dad got the snip, he
was it after you?
No, it was after my sister. I was the first.
All right, so you were okay.
Yeah.
So, yes,
but your sister came along and was like, "Fuck this."
Well, I mean, it wasn't before me. Like,
right.
Well, but you could have been the one.
Festivus miracle.
No, but you could have been the one that was like,
Didn't make
no,
the
we're
cutoff.
done.
Yeah.
I know.
This
I know
is
2
it.
separate people that ended up with twins after they got snipped.
That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare.
That is the opposite of good.
I'm good.
All bad things.
Yeah.
But one of his coworkers had told him to buy a bag of peas and like separate it into Ziploc bags and like do like a rotation. So you always got frozen peas
on the peas on the sack.
So my parents, my grandmother used to come down and watch us, and she would make dinner. And one time after the snip, she was making dinner. Yeah, yeah. So she was like, "Oh, here's what's for dinner." And there was these peas in the freezer. They were in these great little they're packaged out perfectly, and everybody was just
for
like,
your
yeah,
package.
yeah. And everybody was like, "We cannot eat these peas.
Yeah, this is not happening.
We're not eating dick peas. Like
No dick peas.
no dick peas."
Icy Hot luckily came out with a really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they have it's a bag about this big.
Yep.
And it's little beads.
Yep.
And you can do hot or cold with it.
Nice.
So like you put it in the freezer or you can put
Your
it in the
face
microwave.
right now, bro, is so serious.
Dude, I'm so excited about
You're
this.
like,
Did
fucking,
you-
this is my.
So when I got snipped.
Did you do the March Madness snip?
No.
Do you know that's the biggest time
Yep.
of year to do it?
Yep. Right before March Madness.
Right before.
I have no
to get days off
Right,
work.
yeah, you do it right before the round of 64, so you can.
Oh, I watch.
Literally, you can't work,
hockey.
so you just sit at home and
Do you know when I got mine?
yeah,
December 26th. Why? Because my copay was covered
nice,
by my kids for the year.
strong,
Yeah. Yeah.
free snips.
Yeah. So mine was free.
Yeah, I have
So I come home from getting snipped, and she's got a whole. It's a Easter basket like this big.
Yep.
And it's full of snacks and treats and all this.
Right.
And it's like a bag of shit. I can't even think of what all it was. Like Swedish fish.
butt
Yep.
plugs.
And it says, "Here's a bunch of swimmers because you don't have any." And every single thing in the basket. There was like 200 different snacks in this basket.
What? I
Everyone-
did not get 200
Every
snacks.
one of them had a comment on it.
No.
And
Fuck.
my wife, we did it right. I had 2 days off from work for it, and then I took 2 vacation days,
Right.
and then I had the weekend. Like I wasn't
Okay.
I wasn't chancing it.
Yeah.
Because I walk a lot at that job,
Okay.
like 15 to 18 miles a day. So like they weren't like. It's not about being tough. It's about the fact. Like let's be realistic. When you walk, they get beat up.
Yeah, and you don't want to. Yeah, that's not a fun bleed.
Yeah, no. So I get home, I get that, right? I get my little gift bag, and then I get a corner of the house, which is me, video games, that thing of snacks,
Yep.
and 3 delivered meals a day.
Yep. You did nothing.
I didn't have a dog.
Yep.
And I had 3 dogs at the time and a cat.
Yep.
I didn't have to deal with any of the animals. I didn't have to deal with the kids.
Yep.
I just got my gift bag
Yeah.
and all her smart ass remarks. And
It
I was
was-
like,
it
this
was
is the greatest
pain
and
and-
worst moment. But the anesthesia they tried to use
Yep.
didn't work
Fun.
at all. So we're there and he starts doing like the poke test.
I feel like we've had this talk on. We had to do it.
Yeah,
on
but
the
now I'm
show.
telling him, and it's fun to watch his
All right,
face.
because I know we bonded over this.
Yeah.
Not because the anesthesia didn't work, just because my fucking doctor didn't check.
Yeah, yours was
You
like,
ever go to a dentist?
Yeah.
You ever get Novocaine?
Yep.
They ever say, "Can you feel this? Does it hurt?"
Yeah.
My urologist didn't.
yeah,
He just went.
mine did, and then gave me more, and then gave me more, and then gave me more.
Same.
But it doesn't work on me. No, I just my body has a weird. And
Mine
my
it
kids
did.
have the same problem.
Mine it did work eventually. To be fair.
To be fair.
It worked 30 seconds before the end of the procedure.
Oh, great.
So
great.
and
Happy
the
endings.
The best is though, like mine was
Well,
a bit of
not
a smart
anymore.
ass because he. So for anyone who doesn't know, the tube to your testicles, it's like that long,
And how far up do you feel it, sir?
all the way.
No. For point of reference, show for the camera.
Probably about here.
Yes. They
about the
reach
bottom of the
in with the forceps and grab that tube and give a little yankety yank.
And it
You
goes
feel it
all
in your
the way up.
sternum, sir.
But like right here, it's uncomfortable, and then as you go down, like
Yeah.
it doesn't become pain until like the groin area.
Yeah.
and that hurts.
But
So
it's
then,
like, hey,
but then he pulls it up,
hurts.
like, right in
you,
front of
you cut a vein. You didn't cut. Yeah.
right.
Oh, mine did not pull it out like a magician.
Why? I did ask for that. I was like, I want to see it. I was like, I heard it's like this long. I got to see it.
What? What the fuck kind of kink is that? Like, that's some weird shit.
Dude, I
like,
want to see my balls.
Yeah. You pull like pulling a bunny out of a hat. Like,
Like just squirt some chocolate milk in there and then fucking watch it come out.
Yeah,
the
no,
other
it
side.
wasn't that. It was just like, those are mine. They're part of me. They've been there for 36 years. I want to see them.
36. You made it to 36. I think it was 24.
I think it was 30. Wow.
All I remember was I know this is a urologist office, but does it have to smell so strongly
Welcome
of
to the Junkies,
urine?
folks. We are not talking about
It
cigars at all.
smelled like piss so
All
bad.
Right? And
I'm going
Seth's
to give it
why
back
we
to
got-
you. Wrap it up.
All right. So, yeah, I got nothing there. There's nothing after that.
Jones for sure.
So,
How is there still 7 people watching this
Corey,
shit, right?
Casado 75th.
Pretty good, sir.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. That's actually like a glowing compliment
Yeah,
for
the-
me. If you listen to the show regularly, you know, it's like,
Oh, that's really good. Like
there are some that I really have been like, boom, this is fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
It's really good.
Yep.
Yeah. I've actually gone to, so like on the oil field travels, I've often Googled the cigar shops, right?
Sure.
And you find a place that's a cigar shop,
Yep.
but is it? And like fucking they have garbage.
Right.
And cheap ass shit and fucking this and that and that. And like I've picked up some casetas there and been like, wow, this is actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the other options. But like, no, it's a good stick.
Right.
But yeah, definitely smoke it for sure. What do you? I usually try to avoid retail prices on the show just because of like YouTube and crap like that.
Right.
Plus or minus 10.
Plus. Just because it's an LE.
By how many?
5.
Ooh,
And
All right.
you know, normally I would think that's a high price point, but since it's an LE, I'm guessing there's probably some special stuff floating around in there, and I can get down with 15.
Here's the thing for me. It generally just comes down to like, does it hit you right?
Yeah.
And this is a good cigar,
Yeah.
decent size, good
Yep.
construction,
Yep.
great taste. Some people may taste better for you. Some may taste worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this is definitely one that I'd give a shot at. I wouldn't shy away from it at all. Very good stick. I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get to pair it with like an Oktoberfest, but since it's not the Oktoberfest cigar, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. All of my expectations have been subverted. However, I'm going to go ahead and say welcome to the group for the new members of the Cigar Junkies group. If you haven't already, jump on the Facebook and get on the Cigar Junkies podcast Facebook group. Join the 428 members and growing. I'm sure that most of you don't listen to the show, so I'm talking to myself right now, but hopefully Mike Joyner, cigartech.org, Linda Marie, LAFA. That's not a Spanish pronunciation, by the way. It's just 4 letters. LAFA. Hugh Cox and Mo Smokes. Man, I wish that was in a different order. Q smokes cocks. Yeah, I know. I fucking muted you.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
got
want?
we got 2 more since this list came out. So.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Also,
It's a Thursday.
Well,
what do
yeah,
you want
no,
from me?
Dude, I am
a
fully.
brief aside, I just got a very important text message from my dad saying that it was corn, and he told my grandmother that it had a nutty taste.
Falling away from
What are we talking about?
The frozen corn. It was it was frozen corn.
Dude, the fact your
And-
dad is
yeah.
commenting
Yeah.
makes me
And
so
he said it was a
Now
nutty.
you know how I feel when
nutty
your mom
taste.
and grandma chime in.
right? Like
It's a good
all right,
feeling.
it feels
It's
kind of
such a
nice.
good
Kind of nice.
Hate to see it.
Feeling to know you're alive. Okay, now let's get on to the more important topic. Right
Ooh.
before we close out the show, I think Bill was a piece of shit and didn't partake yet. Samuel,
What?
Corey's birthday chili. What's your review?
It's really good chili.
There you go.
I can honestly say I've only had one I like better, and it was
There
a
you go.
brisket chili that was like
It's got some fancy
way
shit.
over the top. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
chili. To me, chili's not supposed to be pricey. And
Well, it is just because groceries are fucking pricey.
well,
bro.
yeah, but I mean, like comparatively to other meals, like chili's supposed to be a budget meal.
My shit's probably like 125, but I make enough for like 10 people to eat it for a week. So
Sure.
you're okay there.
Yeah, you're talking.
I make for many people.
you're under $5 a bowl.
When Dougie Doug is like, yo, I'll come over when you make more
Right.
chili.
No,
know,
dude, it
you
is
got some shit.
phenomenal. Like, I don't mean that as a knock at all. Like,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
one chili I know of that is better, and it's only better because he spends 125 to make it for like 10.
Yeah.
Like,
So
for the month,
here's
like,
the
for the
behind
day.
the scenes I do. So this round I did 2 pounds of ground beef, two pounds of ground chuck, 3 6-ounce things of pepperoni, soft Hormel pepperoni.
That's what it was.
That's
I knew
the
there
that's
was-
the fucking
yeah,
thing
there
that
was-
explodes. You're
there
like,
was
oh
something. I'm like,
shit,
what
is
is that?
different.
That makes sense.
Then
The
we
oils.
got 2 pounds of breakfast sausage, 1 pound of ground venison that Uncle Artie shot and killed last year.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Uncle Artie. Then we got the traditional little bit of garlic, onion, green pepper, red pepper, and the traditional McCormick spices. And then finally, 8 habanero peppers. Not quite the 1 chip challenge, but they're just
Yeah.
enough there to let you know that you had something.
So I did something this week I'm kind of ashamed of.
Here we go. I can extend the show for this.
I ruined 2 briskets. Now, I pride myself on my brisket usually. Like mine's usually
That's what I
spot on.
heard.
So
And you've had mine.
I go with the temperature
Didn't
probe.
bring.
Then I go over and I probe the meat and I'm like, that's about 30 degrees higher than it's supposed to be right now.
That's where you lost me, sir.
Well, I don't have an electric. Mine's wood and charcoal.
No. One of the best purchases I've ever made once I acquired a smoker because I'm not traditionally a smoker guy. I got a couple years ago, $40 on Amazon, 4 temperature probes connect to the wireless unit, and then that way you fucking are good the whole time.
I had that.
But you waited
And
because
then
you
I,
were overconfident.
No, I left the transponder outside during the rain. I hung it on. You know how it's got the hook on the back to like hang it there
Mine
on the
does not,
thermal
but
probe?
that's
Yeah.
okay.
So like I had it hanging there, and it started raining, and I was like, well, "This thing's made for the heat. It's wrapped in rubber. It didn't make it." So I'm like, "It's 30 degrees higher than where I expect it to be," and I'm like, "That's not great.
No, it's
like
not good.
something's wrong." So then I put the smoker back together because mine you got to pull a lid and all that stuff. So I leave it hang there, and it's like, oh, it's at 300. Now I don't do hot and fast. I do low and slow. I do
Yeah.
205,
24
215
hours
is
for
where I
me.
like to be, and I'm at 300. Well, the rub that I use is a ton of brown sugar in it.
Yeah.
Well, when you get brown sugar that hot, it caramelizes and it becomes like a hard crust,
Shell.
like not like a cute
shell.
crust. So like the outside edge, you can't take, like you can't eat. Well, the problem is the sugars trap all that flavor and it doesn't impede the meat. So I actually did fat cap down because I knew it was going to run hotter than I wanted. It was just way more than I expected. So I did fat cap down this time. The non-fat cap side, great smoke ring. I mean, a solid 1/4 inch.
Let there be light, they say.
Right. And it was so.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
down with it.
but then like I'm so mad I ruined brisket. And these were primes. Like these are these are great cuts of brisket. Like, these are not crappy. No, I ruined them. So brisket chili is actually in my near future because I'm going to boil all that shit down, all that crust that wasn't good. I'm just going to throw it in there. I'm going to do red kidney beans. I'm going to do mine different. It's not going to be chili, really. It's going to be a lot of red kidney, a lot of black beans, a little bit of garbanzo, some rice.
Heavy beans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, no chili. I appreciate you saying it's not chili.
Actually, I thought about doing corn. I'm not going to do
It'd
corn.
be fucking fire though.
Nah, no, not on this because the spice blend I'm going to use.
Okay.
I'm going to do a bunch of Cajun seasoning.
Okay.
Which is good.
Because I'm a big like tortilla soup guy, and you were like going that direction.
Yeah. That's probably going to be the closest thing to it. But some celery, some onion, all that jazz. I've just learned to ignore him at this point. Like, it doesn't even faze me.
Yeah, I will cut you off.
Because Corey's just like, oh, we're
You've
done
learned that today.
And it's like,
Whatever
okay,
you
well, that's
got,
cute.
Morley Schaefer.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what Sam
Have
has
you
to
looked
say.
at the clock?
I don't care. I told you that before we started.
Do you
We're
have to
gonna
drive
run
to
off.
camp? You getting up at 5 tomorrow to go hunting?
But I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
And welcome to the group. We did that already.
Yeah.
Participation trophy, though.
Well, that's all you. I
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, well, I asked you. You had nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
I made a selection.
Could have passed.
So the question I ask is, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? She's not here. I tell you that because she got sick of waiting for this shit to be fucking over. So she's already gone. But she'll find out. Thank you, Heather Enduras, for her constant participation in the live chat and for showing up in a costume. She actually won some shit. She got the other Ian Mock custom leather 2-finger cigar case, as well as some scent. Your wife have one of them wax burners in the house? Instead of sending candles, you put a block of wax.
We do essential oil stuff mostly.
Yeah. The wife had one that was like a humidor smell. Another one that was something else. It was, they were like cigar themed.
Oh no, I smelled the ones you had. They were awesome.
Yeah, so Heather picked those up. But thank you, Heather, for coming out and participating at Dave and Patty's Halloween party. It was awesome to see you. I got to wear a gun. It was a good time.
Dude, my favorite part of that whole thing. So like we did our
battle.
little back and forth.
Yeah,
and,
Sam started some shit.
So I did not know.
No, you started the shit.
No, in the video, I clarified that you started that shit because you ended your first video with a bunch of people screaming "fuck you, Sam." So I feel like that's starting shit.
I wanted to do that, but I don't feel like it happened.
No, I feel like that was screamed.
No, because didn't I do a poll of people to say, "Hey, fuck you, Sam," and everybody said no.
He would do poll. anytime he got the chance.
Patty was the one person that backed me up. Yeah. Here's how it started, though. So here was the introduction to it was, hey, feel like we need an update from you on what's going on at the party from Sam. And I'm like, since when are you my fucking boss? So I'm like, I tried to get everybody to say, fuck you, Sam. They did not bite, but Patty backed me up because she's the fucking shit. Apparently, Patty was enough to convince him that everybody
that was it. That's all it took. So I got some fuck you, Sams. So I responded. The problem was that night was my last night at Leaning House.
And you had no train.
And I planned on crashing there that night. So things went a little deeper than they were intended. Yeah. So even the first video, I remember most of filming that one. Like, I remember the whole night. I just remember it in like 3-second intervals with 2-second breaks. And, but no, that went back and forth. But the best was the one video. He's like scanning around, telling me about who's there.
I don't feel like I would have because there was like, no offense, Patty, there was like 6 people.
No, you literally said like, yeah, we got the hot chicks here, and you scanned the room.
Oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
No, I know
That's fair.
I wasn't lying.
He's not wrong about that.
My favorite part of the entire back and forth was the fact that you just see this red coat, and then all of a sudden you see the red coat jump behind someone, and you have no idea who it is. And I'm like,
who in the world?
But that night,
wig was off by then.
In my current situation, even I was like, yo, that was some Carmen Sandiego shit. Like, that was my first thought. I was like, yo, that was Carmen Sandiego. Just dip behind there. So absolutely got my vote on this one.
And she's still here.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sticking around with us through all of the cut-ins and the cutouts as they were. I want to extend a personal thank you. Everything water under the bridge to Bill Coyne. Appreciate you guys having us at your establishment.
Before you say all that, You do carry the tabernacle now, right?
Hey, you're don't sweat it.
Yeah, I'm not.
You don't carry it.
I don't.
No, you don't carry that or my current cigar, but fluctuations happen. It's the Aladino Vintage Selection Rothschild.
Strong choice.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I've got a supplier, but here's the price tag. That cigar size is not my normal go-to.
Yeah.
But
Normally
for the price that I get a cabinet of 50,
Yeah.
I get a cabinet of 50 of those things.
Yeah.
I go through 3 boxes every 2 months.
That'll do it.
75 a month of that particular cigar.
That's a lot of cigars.
I bang through them.
Dude,
I'm looking for a new one, though, because I feel like the age is falling off. So we'll see.
Dude, I'm sitting on
about 3 boxes in a row.
I've got 400 Kiki Momos coming tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I've got, I can't tell you how many Dunbartons, Veritas, Patina, Adventuras, all that. So now I've got my humidor that you guys have seen in the pictures and all that, which has probably 1,800 cigars in it, and then I've just got Kohlers stacked in front of it now with the big Boveda.
It's because he has not followed my advice.
I'm sitting on probably 30,000 cigars in the house because the orders I put in, I'm like, I really want to get this shop open.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, please, God.
I'm hoping that it's delayed longer.
Can I please turn some of this inventory into cost of goods sold, please?
Right.
That's exactly where I'm at. I'm like,
And Sam's my boy. Love Sam. One of my top 5 favorite people outside of my family, easily. However, I'm kind of rooting against that because the longer this shit goes on, the more likely he is to go, fuck, maybe I should just order Corey's humidor and fucking have a place to store them. It's been a discussion.
so
yeah.
I've talked about my shelves and my humidor for the shop for a couple months now.
Wow, since January.
I finally wrote the check today, like the last one of the checks. And I'm sitting there writing it, and I'm like, I've bought houses for
Yeah,
less than
right.
this.
It's like congratulations, but also like good luck.
I've bought. I mean, the first rental property I ever bought was $3,500.
Yeah.
I bought like 15 of those.
I could open a cigar store too.
I bought like 15 of those motherfuckers for this goddamn thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
I already paid them twice up till now.
Yeah, but you're gonna like the residents of this property way better than the residents.
That's
of
true.
the
Allegedly.
property.
I want to hang out with these guys.
Allegedly.
Occasionally. Allegedly. Look at this sexy fucking
Anyway.
son of a bitch.
Let's just say thank you guys for checking in with us. We appreciate Bill Coyne hosting us
yeah.
here.
Having me.
If
Thanks,
you guys
brother.
are in the Pittsburgh area and you're looking for a beverage and a smoke, there is no place better than to stop by the Leaning Fox in Dormont.
Hold on.
What?
You don't have to be in the Pittsburgh area.
The Leaning Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm working. I'm trying to fucking.
It's okay.
He's trying to rush through it. Now I'm doing my best to
You're
drag
ready to go to
this.
camp. I get it.
So, anyways,
Anyhow, thank you for joining us this week. Join us every Friday at 6 p.m., even though today is Thursday. Get away from my board, Samuel.
even if you're not in the Pittsburgh,
Anyhow, even if you're not in the Pittsburgh area, make the trek like our boy Seth Jones and drive out to Pittsburgh.
What I was trying to say. I don't need my mic. I got your fucking mic.
And that's how we do it at the Cigar Junkies. Make sure that you jump on to patreon.com/the Cigar Junkies podcast, where you can give us some money for free so we don't have to dry beg you anymore. And as always, our t-shirts are available at the Galaxy Boutique, and use the code Junkies to get free shipping on everything site-wide.
Salud.
Thanks, Paul, for taking the challenge. Patty, a little distance there I'd like to see. That's all I'm going to say. Sounds like your girl's shaking up a drink.
It does. She got it.
Where's
See how our first day's going.
I'm going, where'd the